Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another 40K roundup. We're using a different microphone today because I forgot to charge my other one. It's so bright. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it. It's bright enough. Well, how's everybody doing this morning? Hope everyone's having a good Friday. We are getting a little bit more of a. I forgot to charge my microphone, so maybe you can even hear this one a little bit better. So, let's talk about what's been going on in 40K. Pretty much nothing. Let's be real. Nothing's going on. The most exciting thing that's been going on has been that we just got the new point costs for the Eldar Exodites. And also some of these Death World, some of these like new terrain plates, which I'm intrigued about. I wonder the thing with the terrain plates, I am more interested if that means that they are going to then start selling terrain features like the pre-built ones, right? They're going to do hopefully more than just the ones that they have for Armageddon. Maybe we'll get a Death World, maybe we'll get Jungle. We've got some faction packs. Talking about the new Dragon Knights, I'm really excited for these guys. I haven't gotten to pick these up yet, but they look super cool. Let's pull some of their data sheets up and let's take a look at it. And then I thought, because really there's not much going on right now in 40K in general, I thought it might be fun if we jump in and maybe play some Space Marine or something like that. Let me actually double check and make sure my Space Marine is make sure my Space Marine's actually updated while we're doing this. All this stuff. But yeah, so new Eldar Exodites. So they've got the big Dragon Knight unit, which to me, I'm super excited about. Lance with the laser lance. We've got rapid fire 2 combines, damage 3 on the lance, getting to shoot at least one shot and then still get 3 attacks in the charge. So you have the ability to do at least 9 damage with them each time, which is insane. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the movement 10-5. They have the mobile keyword already built in, so they're going to be able to move through walls whenever they want, which is super nice. I'm really so with this one, it also says that we have this battle token where you can do a 3-up mortal wound. The only thing that I don't know is it says once per battle per token, but right now it looks like it doesn't have the amount of tokens on here. It only shows 1 Dragon Knight leader and 2 to 5 Dragon Knight models. So it looks like it can go up to from a 3 to a 6-man unit, including the sergeant, but it doesn't say anything about. Oh, there we go. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. There we go. For every 3 models, it can equip with 2 Draculas. That's pretty nice. So a big 6-man can bring 4 of these, and you could potentially do 4 mortal wounds. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And it looks like if this unit is engaged and then move engaged with the unit, when an enemy unit moves within 8 of this unit, that's really cool. So it's that mortal wound bomb, like in case you're about to get charged. So it's a reactive mortal wound. That's super cool. Long rifle, devastating non-monster vehicle. We're starting to see more of those non-monster and vehicle or specific, like, to infantry or whatever, right? Dev wounds. And I'm liking that because there definitely needs to be some discrimination between like which dev wounds go where. Because just having blanket dev wounds as I've been playing with my demons is a lot. It's pretty crazy. This one at -1 of the battle shock roll. Not gonna be too bad. But low knob 9-inch scouts in stealth. That's pretty cool. That's gonna be something that's gonna be able to get some really quick shots off very early on. The Stone Singer being a support is super sick. You can attach him with a clan blade into those, giving yourself sustained hits 1 on all of these profiles, and then rolling in a desperate escape for anybody that wants to fall back, which is cool. You can elemental ensnarement. You can either battle shock yourself or do the -2 to move, which feels like a little bit better than some of the other ones, even though it's very similar. Because at least with him being a mobile psyker, like we've got anti-monster 3-up, right? And then an non-monster vehicle 3-up. So now we have the first technically non or mounted keywords because we just never had mounted before. So That's super cool. Big fan of those. But like I said, in all honesty, unfortunately, this has kind of been everything that has come out so far. There's actually quite a few people that are very intrigued on how slow everything's been going, partially just because you would think that they would have jumped more in on the gun with this. They you think they would have done a little bit more, but who knows? I don't know. So, especially because we are having a little bit of a fun stream. I've got my C4 energy drink, not sponsored, unfortunately. Give me money, C4. I drink enough of these. Oh, excuse me. We're drinking on stream and getting that thing. But I thought because the last couple of streams that I've done, I've really just not had a ton of material besides just yapping. And I want you guys to be entertained. And we know I can yap. We know I can yap. So instead of me just yapping, what I've decided to do is we are stream some Space Marine. Well, I yap. So we're going to have some Space Marine going on. I'm going to play some Space Marine for y'all. If anybody in the chat wants to join in playing some Space Marine, let me know. I will. I'm more than welcome to join to get a little 3-man fire team going on. Let's see if this works. I tried to put the new mods on there, and I think that might be breaking it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. I'm going to fix this. Yeah, it looks like I think there was something saying like, oh, if you downloaded this, you had to do something different, and I don't think I did it. We're gonna unsubscribe because I wanted to do the Astartes overhaul to get the new stuff, but we'll just wait. We'll just wait until they fix that because I want to play the game. That, or we could even try and run some. I just installed the unification mod for Dawn of War as well. What are the new mods again? So they're not new mods. What they did is so like the one that I was looking at was called the Astartes Overhaul. It adds a ton of weapons, a ton of different classes. I think the ability to be a Terminator, a Chaplain, or some of the yeah, I think maybe another one. It might have been the Tech Marine before the Tech Marine came out. But this is a like older mod that they've been working on for a long time. It was just through Nexus mods. And personally, I tried doing that one. I just didn't feel like sitting through the process, in all honesty. So what they did recently is they integrated with Steam Workshop, which is for those who don't know, it's basically a part on Steam where you can go to your games and then you can download mods that integrate directly into your game. So basically, they've added easier mod tools into the game now, but right now there's just some sort of issue with them. So that they're not like loading super great. So like when we were loading the screen, we didn't have the kind of fog on the outside of the what's it called thingy, so that we like it didn't have any indication that the menu was loading. So I didn't think the menu was loading. So we're loading up some menu. We're talking about some Space Marines and everything because there was a new update. I don't honestly play too much Space Marine. What I have been playing a lot of is Emma and I. We just completed Halo 2 last night, which was super fun. At a certain point, we're like, all right. I was like, all right, we got to get to Halo 3 because even though there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me on this, Halo 3 is the best one. Halo 3 is the best one. I partially am very biased as that was the one that I played the most in my childhood. Why is this? Man, this game is taking forever. Load. Anyways, but basically, that's what we've been doing. I was like, maybe I might even have to pull up Halo 2 if this thing doesn't load. Come on, RAM. Oh, Well, we'll see. We will see. All right. The funny thing is that this is not going well. Well, that's embarrassing. All right, I guess we have to end the stream. Sorry, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Don't go anywhere. I'm not ending the stream. I'm just gonna. Well, this is what happens when you make a game all about Ultramarines. I'm just kidding. The Ultramarine players. I can hear them screaming. I can hear them screaming. Um, if that one's not working, I might just need to re-update it or something. But you know what? What can we throw on the stream that'll be fun? We've got some Hell Divers that I've got downloaded. That's gonna be fun. We cannot show Baldur's Gate because all I do is make monsters. We cannot show what happens in Baldur's Gate. What would be fun? What would be fun? I could try Space Marine again. Have you guys ever seen this Deathwing game? It's Deathwing. It's like Space Marine. You know what? You know what? You know what? Everyone can look at how tactically dumb I am. Let's play some Mechanicus. Actually, how long would it take to download Mechanicus 2? Anyways, how's everybody doing when it comes to their Warhammer stuff? Everybody having a good time? Everybody having fun? Is there anything that you guys are playing right now or any lists that you guys are trying? I personally just played a Space Wolf list with my buddy Nick yesterday up in New York. I wasn't up in New York. We played over TTS. But what was really fun is that they were playing EC Demons, and I haven't played against EC technically ever before without playing EC. So it was a very weird time being like, those are my guys. Hey, wait a minute. These are my guys. But it was a super, super fun game. It was really a tough one at the when we had to end it. He had finally gotten some deep strikes down, and like my Space Wolves were just, I'm Terminators. I sit here. We don't move, and it was a very, very interesting game. The Terminator playstyle is a very cool one. I've noticed that it really wasn't that great. Like last edition, like Terminators were always just out in the open somewhere. But like having -1 to hit, or like even when you don't ignores cover, like the minus to hit is just so helpful. And especially whenever you're doing the take and hold, because I didn't have to do anything, right? I'm a bit lagged on the stream. There might be just some internet issues. But I'm excited to get some reps with the recon mission. Yeah, I am too. I'm really hoping. Oh boy. I'm hoping that at some point. Where'd it go? I'm trying to find. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Oh my god. I'm trying to see if I could stream Mechanicus as well. There we go. Okay. God dang it. Every time I try to click on it. Okay, we're just gonna have to do the entire screen over here for a second. There we go. Yeah, Mechanicus. All right. Because I don't have the new one. Anyways, yeah. Honestly, I was playing some take and hold was super fun. Let's turn the volume down just a little bit because it's loud. Loud game. Start a new game. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, you guys want to see me struggle, don't you? All right. All right. I'm not gonna be good at this, but we're gonna struggle. I'm very excited for the new recon mission. I think the new recon stuff. What I really think is I think that I'm really intrigued on what they're gonna do if they do any updates on the 22nd. One of the big reasons why I'm intrigued about that is because they hit purge the foe so hard during that period of time. And so now I'm really curious if they're going to hit take and hold with the same amount of stuff, partially just because of the fact that like right now take and hold it's just so stupid easy to do, right? Like I personally am bringing this weekend, I'm bringing what I'm calling the Fulgrim's Bachelorette party list, and it's going to be 5 giant things, and it's just a stat check to be dumb. And like, I don't know how it's going to go, but I think it's going to go really well. It's going to go either really well or really poorly, which is kind of funny. But they are the tech priests of Mars. Oh, the tech priests, the Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm excited. This game is super fun. I have not really played too much of it. I've only played a little bit of it. So this is a very fun reason for us to take a look at it because Space Marine didn't want to play. So that's fine. We'll be the Mechanicus instead today. Take my limbs and turn them off. An echo in the noosphere, Magos. An old transmission lost in the warp, only to be recovered now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The Adeptus Mechanicus resources are stretched thin. Sorry, I'm ad-libbing because I'm having fun. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large know it is not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research. So, the transmission origin is Silva Tenebris, part of the Emissa system within the Ultima Segmentum. Anytime I play one of these games, I realize how little I know about like the maps of 40K, where I'm like, okay, where is that? I'm like, I always forget where is where. Like, I know, like, if you were like, said, okay, here's the center, where is everything? I'd be like, all right, Fenris is like there, there's Terra. I know the thing is right there. But if you're like, hey, what is the like what's the thing? I'd be like, I don't remember the name of it at all. I don't know what it's called. Uh Pushing buttons, just letting everyone know what we're doing. Whoever finds this transmission, follow it here. Blah 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 blah. Faustinus. Rezvek said he's exploring stuff. We're gonna pretend as if we're really tech priests and we don't care what he's saying. He says he's down there. We're gonna go look at Xeno structures. Look at this guy. I love the designs in this. The drawings for these are so cool. I just wish there was more of this almost like chunky design in a Mechanicus. But maybe I just haven't seen enough Mechanicus models. Peaceful sector, knowledge for mankind, plus 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 potential, plus 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 opportunity. Videx, an opportunity to destroy the works of Xenoscavola, not appropriate them. Themyscirian manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder for us to be welcome as a hand. Do you like my acting, guys? Do you think they're going to hire me? Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. This is cool. Look at us. Look at us flying through the space. But yeah, I'm excited. I really hope that they do a little bit more to make the dispositions a little bit more fair because I feel like, in all honesty, it's no longer kind of like a meta hop. It's a disposition hop, right? Where you just kind of look for what the thing is that you can play. Look at this. It's crazy. This is dumb. Look at that ship. It's into warp right now. Here it comes. It's so funny how ship design in 40K, like now that I'm going back and like really playing through some of the stuff that I, grew up with, how much it influenced other stuff. Like seeing the what's it called? Oh god, Amberclad. That's the ship in Halo 2. Seeing the Amberclad when you're on the bridge go boom, like right over you. You're like, man, that looks like a 40K ship. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere, standard breathable. Mascatari troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as when the stable ore gets I can't talk. I can't talk. Administratum records indicate a single colony. Sir Eckhard's hope on the surface near Xenos ruins. The Skitarii shall deploy to the surface in the ruins near the team of tech priests. All right, we're gonna go down there. We're gonna go. Okay. Oh my God, there's so much talking to just go down to the planet, guys. Yes, Magos, I'll set up a forward command post. Blah blah blah's transmission looked like it came from underground. Oh no, what's gonna happen underground, guys? I don't know. We've relocated the sector. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. To sight read using that character voice. Don't forget to think like a tech priest. Thank you. I will try to think like a. The sword of the Messiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Okay, I got you. Don't worry. I'll think like the secrets of this world equal 0. 0. Let secrets 0. I counsel caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threats of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the logic Saint 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. What's up, Nick? Welcome in. Oh, another glorious Emperor's Children player. We'll forgive him for playing Iron Warriors. Destruction is not possible. Oh, wait. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Phoenix. The structure is so deeply buried and scamular, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinket I can find from that place. Oh, God. My voice is going to kill me at the end of this. Because, yeah, I mean, we're doing something a little different because, like, at this point, I'm like, what can I talk about when it comes to, like, the 40K meta? There's nothing going on. 3rd and 4th are the best, yo. Yeah, I was like 3rd and 4th. What Mechanicus game? And I was like, oh yeah, right. The legions, the legion numbers. I was like, why am I so dumb? It would be folly to commit a whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of the moral threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. I do love making fun of the Iron Legion. We do have Mechanicus too. That is true. I don't own Mechanicus too. And I didn't think about buying it before this. Because I was going to play Space Marine 2. But then Space Marine 2 didn't load. But that's fine. Whatever. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii. They are far from ascension from that a tech priest it affords. Does this tech priest have boobs? Do they have robot boobs? I guess. All right. I agree, Subdomina. Subdomina is a crazy name. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo Skull readiness shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. O Messiah be praised. We are going in. That is one of the funny things about the Mechanicus, like when it comes to 40Ks. You're like, oh man, where are my really cool Mechanicus models? But at the same time, it's also like, well, the reason you don't have super cool Mechanicus models is because technically all the super cool Mechanicus models are not on the base. They're not fighting there. They're fighting in space. And so it's like at the same time I'm also like, yeah, but we still want cool stuff. Give me the cool stuff. Every time I click on something else, it leaves this little game. All right, Adeptus Mechanicus. With this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do like a true Trek priest. I have a thing like a true Trek priest. I can't talk. Yeah, if I do very poorly here, we might switch over to Space Marine if it will work. I'm also re-downloading Halo on here. One reason is because I find that one of the things that annoys me about some of the newer Halo stuff, I see these Xenos hieroglyphs. I know them. They are my undoers. Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language. Bagos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. I have to find a way to make him younger. This is a work of the alien magos, Codex Fulminatus 83.12. Show caution and scorn in all things. I think my favorite voice to do is the Minister priest. Okay. Some text piece will feedback information, blah 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 about the room. Situations will require us. It's going to require us to make a decision. So you guys are going to have to be a part of this. Okay, should we destroy it? Should we secure the chamber, or should we start scrutinizing the object immediately? We're going to do basically a vote system. If you guys want to comment and add your thoughts of what we should do, I'm going to straight up let you guys make the decisions of what I do when it comes to these. Personally, I want to scrutinize. I think if we're playing the most tech priest, I think we should scrutinize it. But it's up to you guys. And I know it's lagging a little bit. So whoever comments first will be the first person in what we decide. If not, I'm just going to click something. Yeah, I think it's lagging. So 3. Okay, good. We got the first. Good. Immediately, everyone said 3. Good. Good. Yes. Good. We are detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening there. Something huge. It's me. I'm huge. I'm big man. This is from all the working out. Noctilus source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediately. Oh, cool. We found some money. Hell yeah, we found $150. That's right. Good job, everybody. See, and this is why I don't make the decisions. Also, I lost where we were. All right. Always start messing with Xenos tech is the first thing. If all honesty, if I could play if these guys actually could be Dark Mechanicus, I'd be so in. All right, let's go mess with some Necrons. I think there's some Necrons in this room. Let's go. Resak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says that they are as deadly as they are inhuman. All right. Caution, consistency, or crusade. I think we know exactly what everyone's going to pick. Do we be consistent? Done by the book? Extreme caution? Do you think we should have extreme caution? Or do you think we should just charge in there and crusade? Remember, we aren't playing as Space Marines. I got 4 lobotomized dudes and 2 dudes with a PhD. Oh, my homies love Blackstone. Hey, man, you gotta love Blackstone. It's the currency, dude. Okay, crusade. First person to say crusade, we're crusading. All right. Oh, that little screen where all the Necrons like fall down. That looks so cool. Wish it wasn't lagging so much. I'll have to check this out and see what's going on with that. Maybe it's because you guys are having to see my whole screen. Maybe if I pause that. How's that? Is that a little bit better? It's a little bit better. Okay, that's good. There we go. I was messing with too many stuff. That's why I was. There we go. For the Emperor, we can always send in another server. That's true. Technically, we're not down here. It's just our guys. We don't care about these guys. Confirmed. Readiness cogitators now function for synthetic bombs. That was good. I like that. Finally, we can study this. Standard construct Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. Plus none equals concerning. Okay, click. Fine. I wonder about these symbols emblazoned on their torsos. It must. Do not underestimate Gauss property. I feel like that's one of the funny things. I'm not actually live. The stream wouldn't make me any more live than 20 seconds for a bit. Yeah, I think it was messing with something with the internet. Oh, now I pressed too many buttons because it won't let me screen just the screen. So you guys get to see my desktop for a second and all my EC wallpapers because I'm not obsessed with one faction. Who said that? Who said that? This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters in the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mystery of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. Basically, they blew up trying to take them apart. All right, cool. It will also double checking cogitators. Cogitators. What kind of taters are there? Cogitators. Widely known. Oh, you know what? Yep, Scavola South. They're from the South now. Widely known as they will plus self minus repair plus reanimate or plus reconstruct themselves if left time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Scatari are equivalent to a C-class graze on these Necrons. Kill all enemies. All right, this is doable, I think. Oh, God. At the start of every fight, you must decide the location of your units on the field of battle. You can only place your units on the highlighted squares. Click on a square to place a unit. All right, so we've got some deployment. So what do we got? We've got Apprentice Jeremiah. And we've got Apprentice, what's his name? Magos. Oh, he's the Apprentice, and we've got the Magos. Okay, so we've got the Apprentice. Obviously, the Apprentice should have to go first, right? Obviously, the Apprentice should have to deal with stuff first. So let's slap him right here. And let's take him and let's slap him back here behind this wall. Also, I thought I was supposed to have some servitors. I don't think I have any servitors. So this gives me +1 cognition, and then we can see him. But then we've also got this guy. So can I move maybe here? Yeah, there we go. So we'll move here. You've just moved your tech priest to cognition points, CP. What is up with them always choosing the resource to be nicknamed CP? I understand that it's command points and you're trying to make the game the same, but I'm gonna be real. We should move off that acronym. That's a terrible acronym. The fastest way of moving your tech priest is to get cognition points. There are many other ways to collect cognition points. So look around and find out where they are. God, that's not what we want. Okay, you get more cognition points. Sick. All right, cool. Now I can shoot stuff. So I've got a macro stubbler, and then I got this. Obviously, we have to shoot the gun, right? This is our bait. I mean, apprentice. Exactly. You usually don't get troops until a turn in. Oh, okay. I'm going to shoot this guy. Get him. All right, I don't think it did anything. You have now revealed the statistics for the target. As the result, the amount of damage dealt is unknown. Okay, fair. I guess then we shall spend a cognate point to see what's up. To see what's up with him. Okay, so now we're going to click on him and reveal his stats. All right, cool. He's got some stuff. So it looks like every time we want to fight somebody, we also need to send in a servo skull to scan them and see what they're up to. That's cool. It's kind of like the detection thing, and oh, I could still keep moving, but I lose a cognition point for doing that. I'm going to just move him behind this wall, see if maybe that'll stop him from getting shot. Well, it didn't stop him from getting shot, but it did make him so that he had to move forward. So that's pretty good. Ah! All right, now it's time for who is this? Marino, Doctor Marino. We'll send him over here because I can send him over here, do the cognition, and then still have a point. So we'll get this guy, reveal his stats, might as well. And then I started what? Okay, so I can't shoot. Not enough cognition points to shoot. Okay, that's fine. +1 cognition. I don't know what this will do. I don't know if I've just done nothing, basically. I still don't have the opportunity to shoot. Okay, cool. But I got an extra cognition point at some point. I don't know what that meant. Yeah, we're really just getting our apprentice torn through. They've shot him like 3 times. More points. Give me the points. I want more of the thinky points. Give me more thinky points. Yes. Okay, so now I get to call in more cohort members. Oh, but I need the cognition points to deploy boys. All right. Well, guess what? We're deploying a boy here. We're going to deploy a boy here. And I think that's all I want. I don't think I need more than 2. There are 2 types of units. 2 you've already commanded or troops that you just deployed on battle. Okay, so tech priests are troops. Troops are your servants and cannon fodder. And cannon fodder. Don't forget, we're going to cannon fodder them. However, they are useful and should not be overlooked. Okay, that's what you think. That's what you think. His job is to come over here, waddle, 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 punch his punch his ass. Yeah, send him to the Thunderdome. Come on, Jeremiah. Let me get more of that sweet, sweet thinky juice. Give me more of that sweet, sweet thinky juice. Okay, he's out of range. Can I shoot this guy? He's out of range too. Okay, cool. But we got some more cognition points, so we'll end the turn. We'll put him right here. We'll have him smack him. Smack! You can always drag in new interns. The Imperium can bear any cost in the name of the machine god. That is true. That is true. I can't remember. There was one animation that I saw recently. I don't know if it was a fan animation or if it was an official one, where it was this tech priest and she was turning a dude into a servitor. And that was the most horrifying thing I've seen in a long time. And you're like, these guys are the good guys. You're like, why is that? Why are we doing that? Oh, they can reanimate. When they're in their reanimation program, they're okay. They're basically in a down state. That's cool. You've gathered enough to use a CP powered weapon. Okay. So some of them need. Okay, so this guy, it's just a better gun, so he needed the extra points. So let's move him over here. Let's blast this guy. Oh, did you see him go flying? Yeah, Necrons. Ha. Man, if only it was this easy. If only it was this easy in the actual tabletop game. Except it is that easy to kill 2 Necron warriors. That is one of those things that I do feel is like, it's the hardest thing about Necrons, where it's like, they had to make a bunch of new stuff to make sure that you had some things that could keep up with the like power creep of like Marines and all of their unique stuff. But at the same time, like the Necron warrior in itself is just such an interesting unit and cool itself that it doesn't really need more than that. But also, it can't be the best thing in the world if it's going to be battle line. That's the tough thing. The Imperium is the good guys compared to the forces they fight. What do you mean? I think the Emperor's Children are the good guys. What are you talking about? Have you guys watched the new Poor Hammer sarcophagi covered / burial places, structural purpose designation tomb? I can't believe I made this guy Southern. It's so great. I loved if you watch Poor Hammer's new like tier list that they did like who is the least problematic in 40K. And they did put Emperor's Children at very low in the priority of like who did the worst stuff. Because it is the thing of like, well, they didn't really affect anybody else besides themselves, pretty much, besides doing awful stuff like turning people into drugs. But not as bad as a mistake as like Magnus, going and messing up the Webway project. So they put them as like as a problem. And I was like, that is so funny. Exactly. They're literally saying, so one of the 4 Satans, what are you talking about? Like, no, what do you mean? We're not slaves. We're willing interns. It's not slavery if you're willing to do it. That's a horrible thing to say. Anyways, do we want to intrigue, ignore, or ignite? I feel like we shouldn't burn anything. I don't feel like we're the tech priests that burn stuff. I feel like we're the tech priests that are like, let me take this Xenos artifact and shove it in my butt. What are we doing? This is up to you guys. You guys make the decisions. You guys are the tech priest. I'm just the simple cogitator. I'm the cogitator. because cognitator, they couldn't add the end cognitator. So what do we want to do? Do we want to blow it up? Do we want to ignore it? Do we want to intrigue it? The AOS version of chaos are literally called slaves to darkness. Yeah, no, I'm definitely just making a joke. I'm definitely making a joke. Um, no, that is one of the fun things about chaos is I like the fact of ran that Xenos tech into my spine. Let's do it. Intrigue. Um, they're waking up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're waking up. That's not good. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, and one thing that I really don't like when there's the argument of there's people who are like, well, I don't want them to be slaves, right? I understand the desire to like not be a slave when the whole thing of chaos is wanting to earn your own power. But that's what I think is super cool about the entire idea is it's like the risk reward is that internal damnation versus, well, maybe I have some place that I can actually like do stuff in this Imperium because normally I just wouldn't be able to. Right. I wouldn't have the ability to have any power, which I like. I think that's a really interesting way of like having, this kind of slaves to darkness. Cause like, even so, the people who are not like demons, like demon primarchs, are still within, or I can't, basically the opposite way. Demon primarchs, demon princes don't have free will anymore. Um, but at least like the mortals do. They have free will to a point, right? Where it's like they're always doing something that does better for the dark gods. But I love the idea of the fact of like they're willingly choosing to be slaves because they want the power and they're fine with it. Which I think is like it's the choose your master kind of like idea. And that's something I would like whenever somebody's like, "Oh, my guys aren't slaves." I'm like, I as much as I is like do your own thing, do your own miniatures because of course, right? Um, oh, message redacted. I thoroughly love the idea of like, well, yeah, they are still stuck, but they want to basically act as if they're not. And I like that. I think that's cool. I think that's fun. It's like whenever they do like Fabius Bile, right? And they're like, Fabius Bile, uh, it doesn't work for Slanesh. And you're like, that's not how that works. Like, he doesn't have a choice. He's already basically taken on the powers. Like, he's gotten the bonuses. He's got a demon in the staff. Like, he's got the obsession. He's stuck. But he does do the fun thing of like, blah, 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 I don't want to listen to you, blah, 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 blah. And he's trying to resist, which makes him so much more interesting. What are those? Opportunity equals knowledge. Gather. Must obtain required. The Emperor might be making a version of the afterlife, or just everyone goes straight to the warp. I mean, I'd be interested if they're trying. Scarabs detected, source data surfacing. I'd be interested if they were trying to do something like that. No life forms detected. Area safe. Move forward. Yeah, well, that's not what we mean. Redditors, verify your cognitators and then tell me what surfaced under magnet regitators cognitators. What are you talking about? All chaos are damned, and the dark gods will claim their souls in the end. Yeah, that's the best part. Because the whole idea is like, well, then while you're alive, you have the ability to get almost unlimited power. So how far can you go? Right? I like that. I think that's cool. It's like it shows when we do the packs of the dark gods, whenever you do that for the army role, where it's like, here's lethal hits, but you might have to take some mortal wounds, right? That's one of the most flavorful rules for it because it's the trade-off of like, this is how it is to be a slave of darkness. It appears that the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access more of Resic's data than we thought was corrupt. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. It is unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proxy extermination. The Psychers who get eaten by the Emperor might actually have the best end since they just join with their god. This also might be very agonizing. True. We also don't know what that entails, right? When it comes down to like what happens when they get eaten. Right? Because it could be something where it might be something where they're reunited with their god. It could be something where their souls become fuel and therefore go into non-existence. Um, I don't know exactly, because I haven't fully read this book yet, but I know in the new spoilers ahead for the new book. I won't super talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything from that. But basically there's a book that came out, right, and it was the Scouring book, and there was some things talking about the dark, basically about the throne and like what was happening to the throne during all of this period of time when the emperor was fusing to it. And I won't spoil it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But it's one of those things where it is questioned whether or not the like how well it's actually doing to heal him because of what they're having to feed him, right? Which is the Psychers. We do know that he has his own chaos realm. He's got his domain expansion. Um, it would make sense. I mean, when we have the Dark King, right, when he shows up at the end of Heresy, um, that's one of those things in which oh, I forgot there was guys over there. Well, I didn't realize there was there. But that's one of those like things in which it's so weird because they kind of talked about it, but they haven't really talked about like what happened to him when he was in that state and whether or not he was able to fully come out of it. So, I'm intrigued. I love that they're doing more to talk about it though, that they aren't just sitting there and being like, "Hey, whatever," They're actually trying to make the mystery around the emperor a little bit more like less of a mystery and um more of like a mythology, which I like, right? Where it's not about him. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to have a good like trying to make this work while also trying to deploy this servitor cuz I got to jump these guys. I got to jump these crabs in the middle cuz they are messing me up. Um yeah. Oh yeah, one of the side details of the throne has like 100 year left before it starts working, which like so the throne when you're saying the throne has like 100 years left, is that when they're talking about that in the Scouring, or are you talking about like now currently they only supposedly have 100 years left? Because that is one thing that is a little confusing um about the like timeline too, is right now we are so up in the like air of where we're at in the timeline too. Because like 500 worlds right now is after. Okay, so that's in the modern setting. So in the modern setting, I haven't read it a lot of the books in the modern setting, unfortunately. I need to though. Because I know that basically the last thing that we've got lore wise is that the King in Yellow has sort of been revealed, and that they're building an army, right? They're building an army of blanks um in like the webway, sort of. So my question is like when it comes down to let's get those stats. When it comes down to that, like I'm so curious on how much that's going to affect the actual like stuff with the emperor, cuz like what if there's a way to even like cuz like there's the terminus decree that they had with the Grey Knights where they're like, well, the emperor can't leave the throne. Like he just can't. You cannot have him leave the throne, right? And there's the whole thing of like, well, why? What's going on with that, right? I'm intrigued. Sorry, my brain is like trying to think all of this as once while also I'm trying to jump these Necrons. What would you if you could take the Emperor into any like sort of like direction, which direction would you guys want to take him? That's my question. Would you want him to come back? There's a part of me that doesn't want him to come back. Partially just because I just don't know how they would bring him back in a way that would make him not the most overpowered thing in the game, or not even just the game, but just the setting, to where he's not something in which, you know, he's not something that just fixes all of the Imperium's problems. Because the last thing that I would want is for them to just go, oh, by the way, all the Imperium's problems are fixed because the Emperor just showed up. Because that's kind of lame, right? Oh, sorry, my rambling just got all over the place for a second. Oh, this game requires some strategy. No threats remaining. We did it, though. We did it, guys. We became the best tech priest ever. The Emperor's going, or the Omnissiah. Because here's my question, right? Do you think they're going to bring back the Emperor before they even bring back the Primarchs? Well, clearly they get the cheat by integrating a text-to-speech machine. Well, clearly, I would like the fact, like, I do think that the text-to-speech idea would be funny of him just being like, guys, what the fuck is going on? Why are you guys doing all this stupid stuff? Why are we making everything harder on ourselves? Because that is like the biggest thing about like the Primarchs coming back is with the Primarchs coming back, right? You've got this idea of like the old form of governing before you had all of the like the Ministorum and all of the Ministorum priests and everything. So you have these big figures who are now being worshipped because, of course, there's a literal son of the emperor walking around. Why are you going to do that and not divert, not give money to the church and everything because there's literal demigod walking around? But how how would they feel about? Because we already know that they don't like the whole religion thing, even though they know they have to deal with it. They don't like it. Gilman doesn't like it. Um, Yeah, I think they would wait into the Primarchs because that would be a weird thing of like having the Emperor come back and then, or does the Emperor coming back get all the Primarchs to come back? Is that their way of getting all of them to come back at once? Because they're like, all right, well, Jagatai's messing around in the webway. Dorn's out doing something probably because he's probably alive. We know, Ferris Manus is out. No, not Ferris Manus. He's dead. I was thinking Fenris. Lehman Russ is out there trying to find a cure for him. So if he wakes back up, he's probably just going to be like, oh, okay, I guess I can just come back now. Right. I would actually like the Loyalist Primarchs to stop coming back. Part of the setting is that the Imperium is on the back foot and losing. Yeah, I would like it if the Primarchs come back, but I also like that idea. So I like the idea of the Primarchs coming back, but like my idea of like Jagatai Khan coming back is him straight up taking his chapter and like leaving the Imperium and being like, we're not interested in this fight anymore. We don't want to be a part of it. So like even having some like more what would we consider renegade factions, right? Could be cool. Um because I like the idea because the heroes returning is really cool because obviously let me do this line real quick. How did I cipher purpose? List of suggestions, Magos. Deconstruct advice, activate switch mechanisms, learn Necron language, and return later. What will it be, sire? I don't know. But like I love heroes returning. There's something super fun about getting to see the heroes of old return to the tabletop and like have this age of mythology again. But that is the big problem. You would have to then have some sort of setting where then all the demon primarchs, right, start working together, which I wouldn't be super opposed to if you gave them a reason to, which is the Imperium is getting back on its front foot again. Um, the Eldar, like that's the problem too, is that the problem is that we're focusing so much on the Imperium and its growth during the setting that we're not really getting a lot of really good perspectives on like what the Eldar are up to right now, Like we could end up getting a more kind of like Warhammer fantasy kind of alliance, which could make a really cool, like all out two-side war that could be really fun for a bit. Yeah, there is a setting to use all the old heroes. It's called 30K. There, but there is something fun about these characters living to fight these grudges that they didn't get to fight in 30K. But like you would have to do it so delicately, right? Which is why, of course, some of these heroes are not coming back. Like, that's the thing. It's like with Emperor's Children, like, I love the fact that Fulgrim's coming back because Fulgrim is such a cool character in itself. And I think that's the reason why these Primarchs are coming back, because they made these really incredible characters. You know, it'd be like if Age of Sigmar decided that they didn't want to deal with Sigmar anymore, right? You're like, you can't really do that, you know? And the problem is that with the Primarchs coming back, Nosferg interference, disconnect at once. Oh no, bad stuff's happening. They gotta go. They gotta run. Everyone's gonna die. Um, but like that's the thing is like I it's the problem where it's like the other factions are so underdeveloped because of this obsession with Primarchs that we then don't get what would be the other side of what would be these heroes returning, right? Because like that's the thing is like with the heroes returning, if you didn't want to do the Age of Heroes returning, then you wouldn't have Yarick back, right? Because Yarick is a 2003 model, 2005, whatever, you know, in that era. And he died. He died. He was old. He died. He did all that stuff, and they returned him because they went, oh, we're going to bring all the heroes back because we want everybody to play with the heroes that they grew up reading about and get the models finally, because we've never really made models. Like, they've never made Demon Perturabo. They've never made Demon Korax. So it's like, that's the reason they're bringing these guys back, is to make all of those. Yeah, exactly. That's like one of the problems where, like with Fulgrim, right? They introduced him, he did one thing, and then they were like, well, we don't want him to be this big of a problem, so we're going to have him leave. And I think that's another thing that makes all of the Primarchs and stuff not super great when they come back, is because half the time when they come back, you expect there to be this really big fight, this big battle, this something that is very like, okay, if they're going to come back, make the lore reflect the significance of them coming back, right? The lion comes back. We see the fallen coming back. We see this new conquest of trying to deal with Bastor and this Caliban rock and all. But there's this story that comes, and his development is shown through the fact that he's matured as he's gotten older, right? And that's why that book is so good. But like when you had Fulgrim come back, nothing really happened, right? Perturabo is, I agree, they've handled him super well, where they're like, when the model comes out is when he's going to do stuff. But we've sent his emissary. Kravik Morn's shown up. This is the first wave of the Iron Warrior guys. I think what they could have done, but they can't do it, right? Oh, we've got the Necron Lord talking to us now. What's up, Agrolek? Agroleak? What are you, a Miku stand? Ha ha. Got him. He's gonna kill all my friends. Like honestly, if they were gonna do that with EC, they would have made the EC Codex. They would have basically said Lucius is the only one out there doing stuff, and said like, oh, Fulgrim got the Legion back, but now Fulgrim's kind of still slinking around. But then you can't have an EC Codex without putting Fulgrim in the Codex. Like that's the big deal, is that you can't have Fulgrim in the Codex without it. So I think that's one of the big problems too, is either you have to make it significant that they're actually coming back, right? And like they missed out on an event to make Emperor's Children like the main bad guy for at least like a month or two, right? Where it's like Fulgrim comes back, the Codex drops. It is, they've taken over Crucible in the book. Now that's a new setting. Cool. Everyone go to Crucible. The Emperor's Children are back. Fulgrim's on a planet. Here's a great example to have an Ultramarine heavy narrative story, because they going, we have a grudge against Fulgrim. We have a grudge against the Emperor's Children. They killed Gilliman the first time. Let's go get them. Right? But none of that happened. There was nothing. Right? Fulgrim came up. He took Crucible. They did something that if you've read the book, you'll know. Spoilers ahead if anybody wants to top out for a second while I spoil this book real quick. You're going to have 5 seconds before I spoil this Emperor's Children Fulgrim book. You're not missing out on anything. It's not the greatest book in the world. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the end of it, one of them gets one of the black swords from the Black Templars. So there's literally the 10 swords that they'll literally crusade for. And they have Emperor's Children has one now. One of their champions has one now. So you literally had a setup for a crusade narrative, and then they just dropped it and they didn't do anything. And that's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of the Flesh and footsteps combined. All right, let's go. He doesn't like the fact that we're crazy. Go, go, go. All right. Let's stand ground. Let's stand it. Let's do it. We're gonna stand our ground. They could have just given you more data sheets from CSM and probably include more units for you. In the older ESC, it has an EC Raptor, and that would be really cool. Yeah, the EC Raptors are super sick. Funny enough, in the new book too, they actually have Havocs and Venom Crawlers show up in the first part of the book. And then the funny thing is that there's a scene where there's some Havocs with las cannons getting shot at, and they die. And there's a funny thing that I read in my brain that was like the joke, where basically I went, so the reason we don't have Havocs in our codex is because in this book there was these Havocs, and then they died. So now we don't have any Havocs because all of them died on this assault. But that's not what happened. It's just a funny little thing that I was thinking. But all right, here we go. We've got our final stand. Let's see if we can keep these guys alive when they have 1 and 3 health. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think the problem is that because that's the thing is like if you're gonna have Angron, if you're gonna have Magnus, if you're gonna have Mortarion, you can't make a codex with EC without Fulgrim. I'm sorry, you just can't. Even if they gave us more data sheets from CSM, you cannot have 3 out of the 4 Demon Primarchs. Like that was the whole thing that they were marketing building towards. So unfortunately, I have to disagree with you there. They couldn't have just given us more CSM units. That would have been one where EC would have been like, and so no Fulgrim in this codex for 10th edition after because he was announced to be in the setting in 7th edition. So we have been waiting a very long time where he was technically already noticed in real space. So I have to disagree with you there. As much as it would be cool, and I think they should have gotten some of those extra units, they couldn't have done it without Fulgrim. Like they're legitimately, they just could not have done it without Fulgrim, which is fine. But I think it's the thing of, again, if you're going to introduce this character, you need to make sure it's very apparent how significant the return is. And I think that's the major problem too, is that they did not do that. They didn't make it a significant thing that Fulgrim came back. You know what I mean? In all honesty, I will be kind of real. I think if they had included EC Raptors at the beginning of the codex, we would have been insanely broken. We would have been insanely broken. Simply just because of the fact that, like, could you imagine a unit that moves 12 inches, can advance max 6, and still charge and have multiple of those? Like, we would be in a really nasty situation if we did that. Even now, like you notice with the hidden stuff where we can be hidden so well, like it would be disgusting to have Raptors. Like it would be disgusting. Rapid ingress and then move 12. Disgusting. So I understand why they didn't put those in there as much as they should now. They should put them in there now. But personally, I do think that because I like the Primarchs. I've always think the Primarchs are cool. I just do think that they do a really bad job. Dang, he killed my guy instantly. That's not good. I don't think I'm going to make it through this one. The thing that I don't like about the Primarchs is that they're making them non-significant, right? They're kind of just being like, well, guys, we made this Primarch, but it's very clearly something in which everyone's like, no. Don't just say, hey, you made the Primarch and then keep going, because they're not keeping going. They're just standing there and they're going, all right, cool. You guys got your Primarch. Insanely broken. So just like everyone when they come out, no, it would be worse. It would be way worse. 12-inch moving could move through walls. Nah, it would be way worse. It would be on par to like more Daco when more Daco came out, to the point where they'd have to be like, how do we remove these guys from the book again? But yeah, because that's the thing is like, I know, and that's the thing is the unfortunate thing, and why it's such a problem too, is that these are all supposed to be centerpiece pieces, right? So when the Primarchs come out and then they don't bring out anything else for anybody else, come on, one damage servitor, we've got this. You can win this fight. Um, there's no other centerpieces, right? Like what is the Astra Militarum centerpiece? A Rogel Dorn? That's not really a great centerpiece. You know, it's not something that makes you excited to buy a model and paint it up. And I think that's something that I think in the game, even just for the fun factor of like getting to have something that has like it's why Yarrick came out with the weird Primarch style selectability thing. Because you're like, yeah, it's stupid that we're only giving this to Primarchs. Like, why are we saving this ability for factions that are the only ones who are going to get this, right? Because that's my opinion. Where it's like, I think they need to do a better job at making the game a little bit more unified when it comes to, hey, you don't just pick Space Marines because you want to use Primarchs, right? You should pick Space Marines because you think they're cool. Exactly. Who's clearly the no, it's what's his name? Knobs Drek or whatever, the Ogren. All right, come on. Come on, my glub shittos. Let's go get them. I love how fat these servitors are. They got some chunk. They got some chunk. Come on, hit him, servitor. Come on. Yeah, motherfucker did 4 damage to him. Hell yeah. So like that's kind of my big reason of like why I like because that's the thing, is like Primarchs are cool. Like no matter what. Yeah, but they're you put them in Pokeball, so it's the Ogren bodyguard that's like the named Ogren bodyguard. I think he might have gotten Legends. It's like Knobs Dresdick or something like that. I can't remember. But like that was something that I noticed when when you're playing CSM, right? You don't have like a Primarch, right? Like you got Abaddon, right? A real centerpiece is Baneblade variants. Yeah, and then Baneblade variants are almost like impossible to play. You know, to the point now where it's like all of a sudden now you are getting to play Baneblades because it's just the toughness of them. Nork is still legal. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Nork. I'm just like, I don't know. It's one of those things where at a certain point, like, I've given up on trying to know every single bit about every bit of the game, right? Because at a certain point, I don't care. I don't care. I love hearing about when other people can teach me something about their factions because I'm like, I'm not gonna learn about the lore of Nork Knob Dresdick, but when I see him, I'm gonna go, yeah, hell yeah, tell me about that dude. Because I care, but not about learning everything, but about hearing what others have to say. Because in all honesty, some people are way better in explaining it. This is cool though. I didn't realize you could get that close. That's super sick. Dog, the Baneblade is not the last 2 years. I don't know where you've been, but not the last 2 years. Maybe the last 6 months, maybe 7 months, but not 2 years. I remember back when I would tell people to play the Baneblade 2 years ago and they go, it's not good. He could hypothetically kill a Demon Prince in round 1. Like, good. So can I. So can I. Honestly, killing a Demon Prince in melee is not the most impressive thing in the world. If I roll like shit, I'll fail. I'll fail. I was rolling my Terminators yesterday and I was like, all right, saving on a 2. Got a 1 every time. Got at least 1-1. No, we're good, man. I return in sorrow and despair from my emotional cores, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision making. Instead, I would choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that one method fails, another must be sought until all are exhausted. And what are your orders, Magos? The Skitari will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priest will be deployed to crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a favor, but our mission can be achieved through thoroughness for a full deployment. But yeah, no, I mean, Baneblades are sick. They also cost $200. Them being able to get orders what made them good. Yeah, because they only got the new order stuff recently. Because I remember Squadron was one that came out with the book that came out about 2 years ago, and then that was like about a year ago maybe is when they finally got that from because it was the Grizzled, was it Grizzled Company that would give them orders from that one, or was it the new Baneblade one? Because if it was the new Baneblade one, that was like only a couple of months ago. It was like back in March. I can't remember. Baneblades are sick though. I think that's the thing though, is like then give like right the Fortress of Arrogance, right? Lord Solar's been able to order them for a bit. Oh, that's good. Still, but like a character Baneblade would be cool. Like the Fortress of Arrogance that already exists. If you're gonna bring Eric back, why not? If you're gonna make the sprue different, why not put an upgrade sprue to let you do a character version? You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. It's like how Drukhari needs Vect, right? Like, and the Harlequins need some sort of avatar of Kegarak, where it's like just give them something cool, and people will buy it, and people will paint it up. It's the weird thing of like it's the same. We're dealing with some of the same people who also in a memo, told everybody that Exodites weren't cool enough to get a release. Fast forward to now, where Exodites are finally released, and they sold out faster than almost every single box that has come out this year. Where it's like, these are also the same guys who then say like, "Oh, you don't need a centerpiece model," and then you're like, "Yeah, but do you guys want to make money or not? Because I'll buy it. Like, I'll buy it if you make something cool." Or the Troop Master who's only sold in a troop box, even though it's a completely separate sprue. Yeah, except you know what? If you had to pay for a $45 character that only gave you Consolidate 6, you might not like that. I think you just want to stop buying troop boxes. But you get so much troop stuff from that. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Scaevola. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archimagos, Archiborosis, Appendix 9. Our only objective. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. What just happened? Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Messiah Creed. Why isn't this just the main guy that I get to play as? I want to play as this guy. I want to be this guy and go, excuse me, you fucking robots. Stop it. The government told me to tell you to not do that. If intelligence gain equal truth, then go to victory. This guy being a Southern Belle is hilarious to me. Aphorism retrieval: to face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Nick, they don't need. That's fair. Nick, they don't need your money. They'll just release another Space Marine character and stop caring for a bit. That's true. That's true. They don't even, in all honesty, they don't even want my money. They don't want it. That's fine. Better in ignorance than in heresy, you stupid fucks. Oh my God. I return frustration at your conflict and choose to experience it. There will be bloodshed enough on Silver Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In our purpose, we are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. Another Calgar muddle or bust. That's exactly what we want. More Calgar. Can I get Calgar in oh, what's a deep cut? Oh, what's a deep cut? What could be a good Calgar model? You know what? I want a Ragdan Calgar model. That's what we're gonna do. Wraith Knight Calgar. Nah, let's get even deeper. We're gonna go with a Ragdan Calgar. We're gonna get real deep. Only my real homies know the Ragdan Zenocide. I probably am even pronouncing that wrong. And it shall be done. So Emma, the one person who might not know about this, the Ragdan Zenocide was a Xenos fight that basically happened sitting Calgar with dinosaur riding desk. You know what? We need an update of Calgar on toilet. We need an update of Calgar on toilet. Have you guys seen Calgar on toilet? Guys, I'm going to pull up Calgar on toilet. This is what we need. This is what we need. I need another Calgar on toilet. And for those who might be looking at this going, Nick, is this real? Yes. This is a real model that they sold, and it was Calgar, and it looks like he's sitting on a toilet. He's taking a little poop. Taking a little poop. Look at this little poop. He's taking a little poop. Anyways, back to what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh my god, they're talking for so long. Let's go, guys. Come on. I'm supposed to be playing a game, not reading a game. God, it's like we're playing Rogue Trader. Man, we should be playing Rogue Trader. Dang it, I want to play Rogue Trader now. Ugh. God, ADHD is so hard to deal with. This is what I'm referencing. I thought that's what you were referencing with the dinosaur riding desk. I thought so. I call it the Calgar on toilet because he looks like he's on a little toilet. He's a little toilet. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitari have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and they have found what they have found gives me grave concern. Oh, you mean not the undead monsters underneath? Something else is causing a problem? Xenobiologists? They're waking up. It seems to accidentally bring and we made it happen faster. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the expedition blah, 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 will locate these structures and construct the constructs within. We're on planet blah, 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 blah. I would be so down to join in some Rogue Trader. I mean, I could switch over. We've got plenty of time. I could switch over to some Rogue Trader if we want. Let's put it to a vote. Who wants me to switch from Mechanicus to Rogue Trader and start a Rogue Trader game? We've got 5 in the chat right now, so we have an equal amount. If the chat wants me to go and play some Rogue Trader instead, I will go and throw on some Rogue Trader. Because I have it downloaded, I think. Let me check. Do it. Okay, we've got 1 vote. Got 1 vote for Rogue Trader. Any other votes for Rogue Trader? If we get 1 more vote for Rogue Trader, we're gonna leave Mechanicus and we're gonna go play Rogue Trader. They're gonna send Skitari. Okay, we've got a vote for Rogue Trader. We've got a vote for Mechanicus. So we've got a tie right now. 1 more vote. It will be the tiebreaker. If we just do it. All right, we've got 2 votes. Nick, I'm sorry. You've lost out. The audience has spoken and they want to play some Rogue Trader. So what we will do is we will save this. And I think what we can do right now, until we get more news, right? Let's see it, lol. Okay, so until we get more news, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start playing some games as well when we do our talks and we do all this. So we'll save this game. New save. Stream time. Stream time. So we will do this more scheduled because right now I'm still working on my setup for doing painting because it's really hard. I'm just trying to make sure that I can have 2 film things going on, but it's not working great. So what we will do is we will play Mechanicus on Fridays and we'll play Rogue Trader on Mondays. But we'll start by making a Rogue Trader character. And not only that, what I want to do as well with this one is I want us to play and make this Rogue Trader. So we're going to work together and we're going to develop a Rogue Trader. I'm going to have you guys help me determine what kind of Rogue Trader we want to play, which ways we go down. So it's really going to be all of us getting to play Rogue Trader together. Because I already have one on the Xbox where I'm playing as a heretic space captain. And this is, I'm going to be real, Rogue Trader is one of the best. If you haven't played Rogue Trader, it's probably, there we go. Is it sharing the system audio with it too? Let me make sure. There we go. There we go. And then I'll turn the volume down a little bit so you guys can still hear me. Can you guys hear the volume from the game and can you guys hear me as well? Let me know if there's any adjustments that I need to make to the volume. I'm probably going to turn the volume on the game down a little bit because it will get loud. So what we'll probably do for this session of Rogue Trader is we will probably end up making the character and get through the first part, and we'll get to kind of decide the path that we want this person to take. But this will be the work in progress stream character. So this will be up to you guys to help decide which way I play. And in all honesty, you guys could also make it very hard for me and make me not play a melee character. And I have to learn how to not be a melee guy. All right. I think the best language to pick is Turkish. I think we should pick Turkish. No, I don't speak Turkish. That'd be cool though. I would love to be able to speak Turkish. I wish. Accessibility. I guess we don't really need to do any color blindness for me. Is there any color blindness in the we'll put the font size up a little bit more. Any color blindness that anybody would like to do? Well, I messed up. I pushed the button already. Let me know if there's any issues with that, and I can also change it. Yeah, I'll accept the terms and agreement. And that'll be cool because this will be very sick whenever this comes out as well. And we can start this one too. I'm going to turn down the Okay. Turn up the voice volume so we can hear the characters. Those trumpets be trumpeting. How are we feeling? Does that sound good for the sound? Yeah, I had to turn it down. Let's turn that down a little bit more. Is that better? Is that better? I'm sorry for blasting you guys. Much better. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, because holy crap, that was loud. That was loud. There's a co-op mode? Oh my god. Oh my god. Anybody want to jump in and join? Oh my god, I've got 5 slots. Oh my god, I've got slots. Does anybody want to join in? That's so cool that we could actually do that. We got a lobby code right there. I do have 5 slots. That's crazy. If anybody wants to join in, that is the lobby code. Jump on in. I don't care. I don't care. This should be fun. Now don't jump in and hack me because I don't have anything for you to hack. What are you gonna do? Get some money off of me? I have $7. Take my $7. I don't care. But that's so cool that you can have that many people. I didn't know you could play co-op with this. All good. That is super fun. Yeah, so we can do this. We can do these streams on Mondays from 10:30 to 12 so that we can have something where we can talk about the game and do all that. That's fun. Oh, that's super sick, and it looks like you can pick up from wherever you start, too. That's super cool. I'm very intrigued if anybody just... So is that something where I have to start? Okay, it looks like I have to start a save. Yeah, you get to play members of the crew. So it looks like while you're updating that, what I will do... Yeah, so I'll start the main story. I don't have any of the rest of this. We'll get it later. Hide that button. There we go. All right. Because I think I have to start it at least. Only have a single save. Okay, do we want to turn on Grim Darkness mode, where basically it is every choice that we make is final, and then when we die, it's over. Hardcore mode. Oh, it's only in single player mode. Okay. Then we won't worry about that then. We won't worry about that for right now. I'm very hyped for this game. I think it'll be cool. We'll do normal. I think that'll be fine. We'll nah, we won't do Grim Darkness mode. We're gonna meme. Yeah, we're gonna meme. All right. So these are some of the basics. Let's make a custom character. All right, guys. So, which path shall we take as the rogue trader? Who do we want to be? Out of all of these guys, I love this guy. This guy's great. She's cool. I like her a lot. I think she's baller. She's kind of cool. He's sick. I like her. She's got a pipe. Got a little pipe going on. Psychic man, psychic lady, old dude, crazy lady, other crazy lady, crazy lady, crazy lady, crazy man, crazy lady. Speed draw some things so you can upload a portrait. Honestly, that'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty goofy. Because that's the thing, is like, who are we making? I like this idea of very angry lady commissar. It's like, I might even be able to. Where is it? Where's paint? Let me see. I might be able to. Let me see if I could draw something. Where are we at, paint? Come on. Here we go. All right. How do we okay, we got to make me. Okay. So, let's start with a face shape of round, because that's how all faces are. Neck. This is how necks work. And oh god, this is going so horribly right now. That is not brown enough for my hair. So let's. Oh no! Oh no! This is not going well. All right, here we go though. It's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Oh my god. Oh no. What size does the picture need to be? Oh, okay. PNG 360px by 336px. So I wonder if I can adjust. Okay, well that didn't work. I was like, does this then work? I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh my god. Oh no. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that's so bad. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna try and see. This is why I don't. If you wonder why I don't draw stuff for like my, uh, oh, oh no, oh no, oh, that's a mustache. Okay, all right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's that's us. That's our guy. All right. I don't. Oh god. Oh, this is bad. This is pretty bad. Um Next time we need some, but we might need to oh god, that hurt. That hurt. I drew the worst thing ever. That's the worst thing I've ever drawn. Ever. I don't know where I put it. You know what? You know what? I wonder which things. You know what? I wonder if this will work. Okay, we're going to copy this. We're going to open the portraits folder. I have something else that I think would be horrifying to add. Yes. So how do I does anybody know okay, to use your own set of portraits, change the images in the folder. Oh, okay. So I just have to take the images out. Um, what is this? What is the size of this one? This looks like it is, I don't know. 66 by 80. 660 by 80. Okay, good. That's for what's this one? Full length is okay. Well, time to delete all of this and see if it does something. Change the images in the folder. Do not change the proper. Okay, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. So we are going to abandon this for right now because I don't know how to do the images. We'll figure it out at some point. But for now, yeah, because it won't let me. It won't let me pick anything else. Yeah, it won't let me do it. That's fine. That's fine. I like her. I like this lady. Do we want to be her? I like her. I think she's cool. I think we should be her. I think we should be a real mean commissar lady. Can I make her taller? No. Can't make her taller. Not yet. Give me the hair back. Okay, she doesn't have any hair now. Here's the question. Should I make a monster or should I make a normal human being? Because I could make a monster if you guys want. I love making monsters. They're so much fun. That's a nice face. We'll give her. Perfect. So how do we feel? Are we feeling monster? Or are we feeling like are we actually trying to make a commissar? Because there are some great haircuts in this game. Um, trying to see what would be very commissary. Bald. She's bald and she's attacking people who have hair. That's a cool one. I like her haircut. Yeah, we'll go with punkish. She's a punk. She's a punk commissar. She's cool. Oh yeah, look at those eyebrows. That's the kind of eyebrow we want in the Imperium. Heck yeah. So yeah, nobody told me. Are we doing monster or are we doing normal person? She's a cool commissar. That's what we're doing. She's the cool commissar. So we got to give her some normalish looking facial features like that. She's everyone's coolest commissar. She's got chaos tattoos because she's cool like that. I do love that you can straight up give her like chaos tattoos, which is kind of the most like doesn't make sense thing ever. Oh, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. Let's give her tattoos though. I like tattoos. I have tattoos. I should have tattoos if I have tattoos. Tattoo one, we'll give her that. Let's give her a big old eagle probably on her forehead or back or something. I don't know. Let's give her no, that's the wrong side. There we go. She got her Imperium tattoos. She's been in the government. And then let's give her classic skull on the side of the head because she's done stuff. Chains are cool. Well, chains don't make sense. I wish there were more tattoos that were like full body or full sleeves that weren't just chaos tattoos. That is the only thing that I do think is sad about that one is as they don't have enough chaos tattoos that are or tattoos that aren't chaos tattoos. But I wonder if that's something that just happens. And then we gotta give her a data link. Come on. She's gotta have some sort of brain problems. You got a picture drawn? I just don't know how to get the picture like loaded in. That sounds pretty cool. Let me see it. Let me see the picture. Because I was gonna say, I made a picture and it's real bad. And it counts as fan art. The first fan art of me. Let's see it. Let's pull it up. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. If we could figure out how to do it, then I will make this character. My computer's having a little seizure. No worries. We can go back and we can change her appearance if this looks great. Because I just don't know how to. Somebody's gonna have to walk me through putting the portrait in there because I don't know how to do it because I'm just a little guy and I don't know stuff about no technology. Why do you think I'm having such a hard time making this paint stream happen? Oh my god. Oh, I might have to just start doing paint streams where you guys don't get to see my lovely face. That's fine. No, I mean nobody really wants to see that anyways. You don't need to see my face to enjoy my painting. Intelligence -5. Yes. How stupid can we make her? How stupid can we make us? I want to be the dumbest ever. What does Voidborn give you? Oh, it gives you smarter. You become smarter. Hive World, you become less willing. Forge World, oh, you get all sorts of augments. That's cool. Imperial World, I'm doing my part. Doing my part. -1 AP. Oh, that's crazy. I will say, I love this little menu. God, this menu is so cool. All right. We'll put her on a death world because we might even just change this up on Monday. So I don't, yeah, we want to make her a commissar. Commissar's cooler. Or we could make her a minister and priest, and I could have her talk like this the whole time. No. Let's make her a commissar. I haven't got to play the commissar yet. I've only played Crime Lord as my starter one because I was a heretic. I will say though, how do we get it to where she looks? I will say the one thing that does kind of blow is that we can't get this look because it won't let us do the long hair flowing down, unfortunately. A noble intro support character is really fun for the rogue trader. Hmm. It's a fun idea. I think if we get that portrait and it looks funny, I will probably make them into like a just regular guy. It's just a guy. Cool. Yeah, we'll just get started with this. And we can always do another character whenever we do Monday. Let's do Death World, Commissar, Apex of Brilliance, Illustrious Glory. Let's do Glory. Importance. Souls of all who perish in a brutal offensive still haunt your nightmares. Nah. She didn't care about that. Brand of shame, force of cowardice. Nah. There we go. And beaten half to death. Now that's how this character, she got beat half to death at the beginning. Would she have run away? No. Would she feel bad for all the people that died? Absolutely not. Now, would she feel bad because she got beaten half to death? Yeah. That makes sense. what does the Vanguard do? Oh, that's cool. Sick. Oh my god. That's actually not bad. That's actually not horrible. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think we gotta change it to that. That's so funny, actually. How do I get to the I gotta put this separate so we can see it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for 5 minutes. That's pretty funny. We gotta do that. We've gotta do that. Okay. Man, I wish I had started this. Nope, that's the wrong button. Ah, ha, ha. That's the wrong one. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's get back here.
Left the macro cannons. Sing that deadly litany.
Then click create a portrait preset or select a portrait, then click change portrait. Okay. Open portraits folder. We got to take this and we got to put it in the, so it says to set your own portraits, change the images in the folder, c-users-me-app data-local low -portraits-03. Okay, so we're in that part, right? Now, this is the and then let's save this. And what format does it need to be? Which format is this? Okay, PNG does work. Okay, cool. So, do not change the names, formats, or sizes of the images. Change the images in the folder. That's the thing that's weird, is that they're like, change the images in the folder. And I'm like, but what do you mean change the images in the folder? Do you want me to delete them? Do you want me to just change them? Like, what do you want me to do? Does that mean overwriting him? What does this mean? Commissar Nick, let's save that. We'll just save that. Thank you for the first piece of fan art, by the way. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Where is downloads? There we go. So we're going to comp that. Cut that. We'll just copy it. And then exit out of that. And then go to this one. And then paste. Okay. So it's pasted. And what size was this? See, that's what it's like. Don't change the names, formats, or sizes of the images. And I'm like, what do you mean changing them? But you want me to change them, but I don't. What do you want me to do? See the properties. 300 by 360. So we should be able to do it in this one, the PMG medium. So let's delete that one. And then I guess we renamed this one medium, even though it said not to. I mean, I guess we have to, right? There we go. Okay, cool. So basically, the way to do this is to just not listen to the instructions that tell you not to change stuff. We've done it, everyone. Thank you guys for sticking along with technical difficulties time. So we'll copy that. We'll paste it. And we'll call it Small. Yeah, this is one of those things where they're like, don't do anything. And you're like, but in order to do something, I have to do that thing that you told me not to do. Uh, what's going to be really funny is, in all honesty, I'm just going to replace all of them with this. So some of them are just going to be smaller than others, or they're going to get all weirdly pixeled. And I'm really here for it. Okay, it didn't like me, but that's fine. Well, there we go. Bam. There we are. We have a custom portrait now. Perfect. We got to make them now fit this character. See, all these guys are too... There we go. That kind of looks like... Ugh, excuse me. Oh, God. All these guys look so old. How do I make my guy look like he's not a billion years old? Here we go. That's kind of not a billion years old. We'll make him skinny. Give him hair. Let's give him... Yes. Yes. And then facial hair. The most important part of this. That's right. That is accurate. Lore accurate. Tattoos. Got weird lip problems. I don't know what is happening. Guys, what's going on? Why does he have these tattoos? I don't know, guys. What could it possibly be? I will go give him a gold jaw. I like gold. Nope, you know what? Nose. Silver nose. Yeah, this character's way better.
Emperor.
I'll make it happen. Blood and mayhem.
What curiosity unveils itself before me?
Yup, crazy person. Ooh, which crazy man am I? Commissar. Illustrious Glory and Shadows of Torment. He got beat half to death. Archetypes. We're gonna be... let's be an officer. Makes sense. All right. Intelligence, stupid. Skills and stuff, good. I have 30 available points. Oh my god. Up that. Up that. Up that to 40. Toughness 40 and agility 40. Actually, let's make my intelligence not terrible. Actually, no, we want him stupid. Yes, make him stupid. Yes, be stupid. I want stupid. Give me more stupid. I think the Firestorm classes are cooler. I think these are cooler. What should we name our ship? The Work in Progress. That's actually kind of funny name. The Work in Progress. That's a good ship name, actually. What should we name the ship? Big Dong? It's a good one. It's a random name for a ship. Harbinger of War. No, these are all cool. Does anybody have an idea for a ship name? What should we call the ship? Whichever is the funniest name for the ship, I shall name it that. I like the Work in Progress. Okay, we've got to vote for the Work in Progress. It's actually a good name for a ship, which is unfortunate that it's that good. Because I wanted a funny name. I want funny. I'm a comedian on the internet. I want it to be funny. The Work in Progress. There we go. Oh, the girls love Callie. Callie. in Bergness. Bergness. They work in Bergness. They work in Bergness. It's the Swedish chef. The work. No, I don't want to call the work in Pregness. That Bergness is better than Pregness. Pregness does not sound good. The work in Bergness. And you work in Bergness. That's funny. All right. And then there we go. The best way of coming up with a really, really, really long name that is just supposed to be my name. I was like, what did you put in there? End of the coward and the disloyal. That's right. I am the coward. End of the coward. Nicolaetus is good. I like Nicolaetus, even though it means nothing. All right, here we go. We'll go a little bit longer since we decided to change streams and stuff and do something different. We'll get through the intro and then we'll pick this back up on Monday, so that we can get the rogue trade. Because right now, in all honesty, as much as I love talking about Warhammer, and I love doing these list clinics, and I'm always down to do more list clinics whenever people want to. There's just not much going on right now. We're kind of in a hit the brakes part of 40K that, like, to the point where I just can't stave it off anymore. So we're gonna play some Rogue Trader. At some point, we have to do something, and I have to do something, right? If they're not gonna give me any news, well, it's crazy. Like, I wonder if you guys have seen where it's like there's not very many like live streams or anything going on right now, just because there's nothing to talk about. Like, even Auspex is like working to find stuff to do. I can't believe in the new model illusion. I'm even gonna go talk about the epic black powder Zulu. Oh my god. This is not a bolt action channel. I don't know what you're talking about. Honestly, I will say, if they did make some Zulu warrior kits, that would be super cool. The Zulus are super cool. Look at these floating skulls. Meow. Meow. Even the skulls have... Look at us go. Look at what a beautiful ship. Look, could you imagine like walking around a ship that's like your house almost, and there's just stained glasses of you everywhere? Like, it would be really hard not to develop an ego. Oh my god, the portrait.
An excellent place for contemplation.
Oh, you can't really see the portrait.
One has the best cathedral from here.
Is there any way for me to... No, okay. I was trying to see if maybe I could...
Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Okay. Okay, Cumrag. Character sound is a bit loud. Okay. Let me turn that down a little bit then. Okay. And then... Oh, do you have a particular reason for disturbing me? Let's be a dick.
My apologies.
Is that better on the character side?
I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Theodora von Valencia? You mean the third member of the Alvin and the Chipmunks? Divisional Officer of the Official Prefectures Nicholas Xanathar. Oh, that's my last name, is Xanathar. What if I could... I would like a diff. Should we introduce ourselves or should we not? I think kind of we have to.
My regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task, right? Given your parents' fate and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly, our meeting is an act of providence, is it not?
It's an act of providence. I prefer in DLC where you get a new Master of Whispers who is a hot but crazy assassin baddie. That's cool. Because
I
this
will be
guy,
frank
I mean,
with
this
you.
guy's a jerk.
You may forget your
Do we
past
have
titles, no matter who gave them to
Whispers
you,
after all
or what
this,
their origins are.
Let's see.
From the moment you and the other candidate were
It's always
brought
good to
aboard
have
this void
a
ship,
hot assassin
your
baddie as your master of
fate
whispers.
changed.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Okay. So I assume you have some goal in mind. Yeah,
But
you're going
of
to chastise
course,
me for
I
introducing
have
myself?
come to
Screw
invite you to a
dude.
meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
My god, get over yourself, guy. Who cares?
The Lord's
gonna
Captain
get
and
there.
Master Edelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Well, obviously, since you're the master of whispers, you're taking too long to come get me.
Oh,
Acting
one
like it's
step
all
at a
my fault.
time amidst the madness.
That's the voice I gave. Ew, one step at a time. Oh, that's gonna be so good. I'm gonna forget that I made him this squeaky little commissar. Oh, it's me, Commissar Nicolatus. I'm a psycho. I love this. Hey, what's up, noble guest? What you doing? What you doing? You doing some stuff? That's cool. You worshiping a book? That's fun. I hope you guys have a good time. Sounds just like you. It really does.
They will
Like,
see.
It really does.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to be completely
They
real.
all will
Owlcat,
see.
if you would like to hire me as a voice actor to play that specific voice, I will do it every time. You could even not pay me.
One
I
of
will
the
do that
Von
voice, 'cause it's
Valencias
great.
trophy
It's so
rooms.
much fun to do.
Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience
I
with the
do
Lord
love that in her trophy room, she does just straight up have a Lehman Russ. Like, she just has a freaking tank. He is also freaking Luke.
What's happening?
Who's Luke? Do I know what's going on? Am I missing something?
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Uh-oh! Oh no, the lobotomized people we lobotomized aren't really happy anymore? Uh-oh. He is also loud. Yeah. He's so loud.
Watch this spectacle unfold.
I'm just playing the Joker. This is stupid. Oh my god.
Of the Imperium!
Get him. Get him. Get him. Jeez. Oh my god. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good for them. What do I got? I got a gun. That's about it. So how far is my gun range? So what can I do? At all costs, shoots an allied character with the pistol. Oh my god. Dealing 140. Yeah, pretty much. What I'm very confused about, so I just shoot. That's the craziest ability I've ever read. So I shoot one of my friends. Hold on a minute. It was supposed to always hit. It was supposed to always work. Well,
What if? Behold, the wrath of madness.
guys, I don't know what I just did, but I shot my own guy and somehow was supposed to get a bonus, but I don't think I gained the bonus. I don't think I gained the bonus. I honestly don't know. I don't know what it does. It didn't say what at all costs does. So I kind of just wanted to see what it did to him, and then it did nothing because it never hit. even though in the ability it says this shot always hits, but it missed. How does it always hit and then it missed? How does that work? Forcing their character. Can I do that to myself? Can I order myself? No, I can't. But I can order him.
Wicked
This is the weirdest build I've ever seen. I did not know you could shoot your own guys. Oh yeah, let me see. Once we're done with this malfunctioning server. God, he's just killing everybody. Okay, Kurt, can you do anything more than just analyzing stuff? Let's see, expand. Character deals 12% more damage, 12% dodge. Okay, so you get a bunch of bonuses, but if the guy dies, then we all get it instead. So that's pretty good. So it's a massive buff, but obviously it didn't do anything because he missed.
A genius at work.
He's dodging it. He doesn't want to do it. Help us out, man. I'm trying to give you more damage.
Thought.
Oh no, I think we're in a bad spot because Kurt's done nothing. Uh-oh. Well, good thing he's gonna attack Kurt. Oh my god, Kurt can actually do something. Thank you. And then you missed. All right. Okay. Well, I don't have a melee weapon, so I can't punch him. I just gonna shoot him in the face. Well, there we go. Perfect. I got him. Wasn't too hard. Perfect.
What
4
suspiciously
people had to
poor
die for
timing for such
4
an accident.
people had to die for that.
Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages
Good
between
game
the
if I have,
upper
like, a
and
really
lower
weak gun to
sectors
apply
of the
buff,
residential
then
decks.
Swap the real gun to shoot
If this
the
is a
enemy.
deliberate attack,
Well, you actually
should
want
stop
it to
the
do
culprits
damage to your
from
ally. You want them to go
advancing
unconscious.
their plan.
Because if they go unconscious, the rest of the party gains the buff. So it's like if maybe one of your guys is already super, super weak and is like, well, he's not going to do much anyways anymore now that he's so weak and out of damage, shoot the guy with the buff, and then you're getting the rest of the buff across the party. That's what I think it's
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady
Oh,
Theodora's
you
safety,
just
I
have
have
to
to
remain
oversee the
here,
execution
Mr.
of these
Brings up
orders
the Coinky
personally.
Dinks.
I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
I do think that's funny that he's saying all this, being like, I hope you have a good time, you're able to do that. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of just saved all of y'all already. Like, you didn't do anything, Kurt. You did not do a single thing to help any of this whatsoever. Don't know why. All right. Can we get the Lehman Russ out? Can we get the Lehman Russ out and get data working since we've got to fight these servitors? I think having a Lehman Russ would be pretty nice. T11. Or are they T10? I can't remember.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. All right, but see, that's the great thing is now I feel like I don't even have to voice act this character. I just can hear him talk and go, okay, all right, cool, bud. Don't know what that's all about, but okay, something about a thread. I don't know. Don't look at his tattoos.
Simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Assimilation into the trade structure.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
I'm gonna.
What is this? Is this someone from your retinue, Theodora? Do you permit your people to interrupt your conversations?
Shut
in
up,
such a fashion?
Edelthrad. No one cares. I have things I have to do, okay? Look at my
I give
portrait.
that permission to
Do I-
those with
do I
something
look
of
like a man
substance
who
to
has
say.
time to spare?
Let us see if it was worth it. This is the second candidate for the title of my successor. Step forward.
Oh, come on. You can't say
Consider this
Nicolaitis.
hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse.
I don't
High
know.
seismic activity.
I don't know.
Regular magma eruptions. Metamorphic rock deposits. Prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The
Interesting.
mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. What do you guys think we should do? Because we can either basically say that they might be participating in Xeno worship, or it could be witchcraft, right? But as a former commissar, we could also just send in more people, right? Just send as many people as we want. Or we could be bad. Yeah, I think it's send wave and wave. Yeah, because we're definitely not doing that. I don't know. Yeah, let's send.
No doubt inspiring each new departing crew with passionate speeches. I have never believed in the power of propaganda. It is only effective in the worst of circumstances, when you want people to die in someone's name.
I don't think she liked that.
Achieve.
I don't think she liked that much.
Such difficult decisions are by no means suitable for those who spend their time cracking their whip at mindless herds. The costs might outweigh the return many times over. Isn't that right?
Ooh. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to either say it was more than what he could do, or I find your tone most agreeable. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you shall live to regret the consequence. I think we tell him. I'm going to tell him to.
Well, I find your company disagreeable, and yet I'm forced to endure such.
Basically, I'm saying I will shoot you. I will shoot you, dog. I have the authority to shoot you.
I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence inspection of the compartments in his purview.
That's what I thought. Go do your job.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So it's her fault. You're going to blame her. Good job, Edelthrad. Can't even own your own
why
crap.
are you here? You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness.
I don't care.
Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed.
Okay, cool, I guess.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris.
All right.
I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign.
If this was an anime, it would definitely be JoJo's. Oh my god, the monologuing.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void.
But also then you got mad at me for interrupting you slightly, and then also
along
giving
with
my
all
opinion.
there is to find thereon.
I don't seem to have any way that I can win with
riches,
this
and
besides
mysteries.
just kind of
mine
being
by
a
right.
dick.
I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Yeah, I'm ready to take it on.
Oh, yes. You would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard
Well,
hours
guess what?
before the warp
Because
jump,
of this
and have
game,
not yet
I will
distinguished
be.
yourself in
Because
any
that's
way.
how
As
video
things
games
currently
work.
stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
That's fine. That's
Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade.
Oh, man.
Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful.
All right.
If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Whoa, what his mistake? Man, crazy. Yeah, I'm here to talk questions.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Yeah, we're going to talk
Is
about the
that
incident.
so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
It's probably not a good thing that the ship might be
Lady
possessed.
Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the
As
whispers
somebody
of
who's
her
played
unseen
through this
advisors.
prologue, it is funny
This
listening
ship
to her
is
and being like,
ancient.
well, you
It
know
has
what,
enough
in all
hidden
honesty,
nooks,
I understand why the end of
malfunctioning
this prologue ends
cogitators,
the
and
way it
unused
does.
compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
All right, I have no more questions. I don't.
In that case, I shall head to...
Here's Abelard.
Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal,
Oh,
if the need
man, I wonder
arises,
if it's
protect
the
the
same
new blood.
disturbances I just told
It
you
is
about.
possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
I do enjoy the fact that this Rogue Trader game does hit the nail on the head where they come back and they're like, we also remember that these guys are nobles and they are a bunch of idiots sometimes still. That's a lot of cultists. That's a lot of guys to just start opening fire and us not get murdered.
Oh,
We
glorious
should definitely
spectacle
have
of
just
your
gotten jumped.
demise.
We should have definitely just gotten jumped. All right. You guys ready for me to shoot
Now.
Theodora in the back of the head? Because I guess that's what I do.
That's gonna hurt.
I also love that this ability killed
Break
them.
them
Right?
around.
If you look at the icon, it's die. And you're like, what? Oh my god!
Chaos
Did he just melt them?
Release yourself, Abelard.
The will of chaos.
That was crazy. Ah, you missed. You can't fight me. I am the Commissar. Yeah, we're gonna go get in cover. What if I just shoot you? Just shoot her in the back of the head. All right, so let's give him some bonus.
Schemes within schemes.
There we go. All right. So he now should have at all costs, which should give him a bonus to his damage. Ooh. Okay, looks like I can't double buff him. I can't get over there. That's fine. I can shoot my pistol though at this guy, who's gonna cause the problem.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Predictable
Oh my
downfall.
god! I just blew his brains out. Oh my god! One shot, one kill, and I didn't kill Mort. Let's go, Mort. Let's go, Mort. Mort.
Death to the weak.
I want to see Mort as the kind
suffered
of guy
worse.
again, except now he's got plus
Death to
140
non-believers.
something damage or whatever. Please melt a gun somebody.
Mercy.
Oh,
A
that was
tactically sound approach. Reduced to dust.
cool. Look at these guys.
Weapon at the
Absolutely. Yes,
ready.
Mort, shoot him. Shoot him, Mort. Yeah! Ah! All right, now it's my turn. Pop.
Ah, fate
Oh!
claims another one.
You just shot that guy in the kidney. Kidney shot. Where were you guys?
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Mort. What's the problem is that now I don't think Mort ever gets to be a part of our retinue.
Didn't bat an
And
eye
I'm a
when
big
that
fan of
scum
Mort
burst
now.
onto the deck, huh?
I want Mort.
Not bad. I have seen... Mort has
What are your
gone on
orders?
ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
All right, Mort, let's go. We're on Team Mort. Okay. Go to journal. Which direction is that? I guess this direction. She said to follow Mort, right? We're following Mort now. Mort, where'd you go? Mort, where'd you guys go?
What lies?
What lies? Oh my god. Is that Mort? Oh, okay, no, good. That's not Mort. Oh, thank God. There's Jocasta. Jocasta new from Star Wars. Hey, Mort. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? What's up, Mort? Mort, what are we doing? What are we doing, Mort? Uh-oh. Mort?
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Where have you been?
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we
Coonrad
finish
is a
chasing the
terrible
riffraff
name.
around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort,
Interesting.
pull yourself together.
Oh, he didn't like
What,
that.
did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
You're reporting. Oh, no, here they are. Good thing that we were there to help and do nothing.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Vox
What
net
is
silent.
happening
the
on
Vox
the
Master
ship?
is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Report.
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether.
They love
Whatever the
talk.
cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast.
Your
I am
consequences
receiving
are spreading
scattered
fast.
reports
Got
from the
him.
middle decks, and the only
We got
Vox
him, guys.
casts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish.
You're a one-way
That the
heretical
madmen have
gibberish.
already
Got him again.
reached the
Sound the
officer's deck.
foghorns.
Suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Oh my God! You think that the armed attack on the rogue trader ship that's doing well might be organized? What would ever make you think that that would be? All right. Well, obviously, the first thing to do is to say to execute all of them.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum
Of
are
course,
secure.
we're going to execute all of them, right?
And I have the means to do both things at once.
Okay, cool.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Fair. That's a fair thing to say.
I tried to locate him, but the last
I
thing known about
tried.
his
He
movements
tried. I don't
is
think
that he
he tried.
arrived on transitional deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle.
Tlas.
Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Glances at me.
If I
thoughtfully.
may,
Did she
Lord
call
Captain.
me? Is that me? Am I the
Transitional
heretic?
deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Fair. Okay. What happened? So that, I guess I'm working with him now.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator. Lead.
I have to do everything in my power.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say.
Okay.
I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out.
I don't like her.
Mort.
I don't like her.
Come.
I completely don't like her. She is the worst. I literally went, okay, I'm not going to do the thing that you told me not to do, which was just be blind obedient. And then I just didn't do that this time. I went, oh, yeah, we'll do it. We're going to do everything in our power. And then she got mad at me. Like, I just can't make her not mad at me. That's it. So that's fine. I don't care. You're going to get mad at everything I do. It's fine. Whatever.
Are you ready to head to... It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
There we go. I have a proposition. Since I am the most important person here in front of me to shield me from potential threats.
Certainly. Lady Theodora would be devastated if she were to lose one of her precious heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Uh-oh. Something hits you with a sharp crackle and you're consumed by an unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Hey, he was supposed to go in front of me. He was supposed to go in front of me. I did that on purpose. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It seems as though he's working with the heretics. Great. Ugh. Cumrag. Dang it. What a guy. Throwing us to the heretics. What a jerk. So... we'll pick this up more on Monday, but I'm gonna finish up this prologue, and then we'll keep going on Monday because this is super fun, and this will give us stuff to do while we're talking about all that stuff from the news in the earlier. But we're gonna keep going until about 1 o'clock until I finish this prologue. Just to give you guys a timeline of what I'm thinking, because this has been fun. This has been way more fun than just sitting and talking. So
careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Void gear, you two-faced scum. You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you.
Oh, I guess I can just do my crazy
insight. Voice. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself.
Feel free to squeeze my blood, blood boy. You gonna squeeze my blood, blood boy?
We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary,
inbred.
The Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Von Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me, but you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
And now I can do the... I'm sorry, what pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit?
Wretched?
Literally just my voice now.
What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's
Easy, Commissar.
Are you hoping to
Commissar
buy a
Crazy.
grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Yeah, and you honestly didn't do shit when you did that anyways, because all you just did was go.
Once my work is done,
scan it.
I'll make that pompous wench Von Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Oh, the blade flashes for a dim. Light and drops of blood appear in your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a single urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. I'm going to fight the voice. I'm not your puppet. I'm not your puppet. The voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence. Well, you were wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led a warp entity invading your mind. Oh no, that's not good. And you gotta go to the corridor. I guess we gotta go do it. We gotta do it. I guess. Gotta go talk to this. Gotta go talk to this servo skull. Look for anything that could be used as a weapon. No, there's nothing. Let's look at it. Hey, I'm learning. I'm learning some stuff. I gained some experience. Heck yeah. Whisper runs through your consciousness, resisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that fill your head after you're wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. I guess we just put our hand in there. We're going to have to. The sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motor start up and pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem that the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm. Haha, suck it, entity.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Robots. Hell yeah. Enjoy lead and flamethrowers, you dumb idiots.
There is still another way.
Nope, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him again, shoot him more. Ha ha! My mustache. Oh, it's time to go in the warrant chamber. We gotta go. Get in there. That's cool. That's a big warrant. Okay, so can I seal the chambers or somehow? What am I doing in here? I guess we
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Oh, God. Yeah, let's go look at this. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be bearer of the war, blah, 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 paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely into the darkness and unite and reclaim what was lost. Wow. To triumph of their nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, to pain to greatness. So,
Escort the child of the house to safety.
what madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary of acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of
So,
safe
one of
placement
my
in
big
areas
questions,
of
because I don't know too
concentration
much
of
about
our
rogue
unit,
traders besides just the base information.
to prevent
How
unauthorized
many
units from
warrants
breaching
are
the
out
warrant
there?
chamber,
How many warrants do they have? Like, how many rogue traders at a time?
The mobile unit will start
Because the
executing
warrant's
received order
from the Emperor,
immediately
right? Like, did the
after
Emperor
safety
write the
of the
warrant? Is that
secured.
the thing, or is it a High Terra thing? I just don't know too much about this. Anybody know how that all works? Because that's the thing, is I just don't. A shit ton. There's a ton of them. Okay, so it's not like something incredibly like unique. It's not like that. There's like 10 of these warrants.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Yeah, we gotta seal this chamber. My freaking nose. Yeah, we gotta seal those chambers. We gotta make sure that that dude doesn't try and get in. Sup, guys? We gonna fight? Ah, that's not good.
Run, fools, or fall!
Oh, okay, this is baller. Run, fools, or I'm gonna stick a knife in your gut. Oh my god, cut that dude in half.
Master, what?
He's lost some of his polish.
What a
None
warrant
of his
chamber.
sleeves on his coat are torn.
How
None of his
did you?
sleeves are torn. He's heavy
Throne
breathing.
preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Court averted that he's a traitor. He tried to
What?
get me.
Serving the gods of the war. Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfear, you void rat.
Oh, yeah.
Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt. Saints' blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well
He
organized.
basically gave power to people who are
I
paying
thought his
the
order
warrant
to
get
seal
them
the
to
passages
leave.
between
That's
decks was his
really
attempt to stop
funny.
the attackers
I did not
from
know that it was
spreading to
basically
other
just
levels.
like a,
But
hey,
now I
just
see
go
the
out
real
and do
reason.
stuff because I don't want
It
to
was to
deal with
stop
you.
the enforcers from
I actually
intervening.
like that. That's pretty funny.
At least you are alive, and now safe, Master.
Because it makes sense. It's like
Alas,
the warrant is
I
almost
doubt we can
like
afford to look for a
the-
compartment to
basically
sit
the
out
ability
this
to,
disaster.
to you to form your D&D party, right? So you can have your different factions inside of the D&D party.
You're in a bad way.
Oh, nice. I
I can
some
treat your
stuff.
wounds. I have a Medicaid kit. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Thanks. I got a sword now. That's cool. I do like that. I think that's funny. But yeah, so basically, because it's like he's trying to get it. He's trying to get at the warrant. So I was like, how? Because he's not gonna basically be able to have access to any other warrant. Because the warrants that you have access to are only the warrants. Like they're only the warrants that are your blood.
Even I
related.
won't do that.
Okay, I guess I can't.
I won't sully myself with that.
I won't sully myself with a med kit. That's goofy. That's cool though. All right, you work for me
Patience.
now.
My nerves are frayed.
My nerves are frayed.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Emperor's
yeah,
will.
whatever. Heal me.
You are injured. I must dress you. That is a noticeable improvement.
I
Now
must
you're prepared
dress
for the
your
trials
wounds.
ahead.
I must dress your wounds.
The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation.
That was a smart time for them to
If we
invade
can
and
manage
work
that,
travel.
some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Some maybe. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go, homie. Let's go.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast
There's
transmission,
so much
not message
talking.
exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved.
She
Onward.
doesn't trust me though. She's honestly kind of mean to me a little bit. Oh my god, we got.
Cower before the mind
There's
unhinged.
so many
Your
guys. We're
emperor
gonna go over
won't
here,
save you.
and we're gonna go over here. We're just gonna carve our way up. We're gonna carve our way up. It's time to get spicy. You.
A wicked thought.
A wicked thought. I have my gun. Yeah.
Let's
And then I started blasting.
Another one.
I started
Shattered.
blasting. I got 2 of them. That was awesome. All right, cool. Good job, me. Now it's time to melee people. So first, what is it? Not to. Okay, cool. So.
At your beck and call.
Charge that.
1 fewer target. Victory is in reduced to dust.
All right, and then. Ah, dang, I'm not close enough. Don't have enough movement points. I'll
Indeed.
brace. There we go.
Out of my way!
Yeah. Oh, did you see him dodge that? That was
the
sick.
ruin
He's
of
like
power.
Matrix. All he did is just move his head slightly.
Chaos
and he
guides
dodged it.
me.
That was cool. Let's zoom on in so we can see them a little better. All right, here I come out of the corner to decide that I said it's time for me to shoot. Let's give him some power. Oh, he still already has that, so we don't need to. And then let's blast him. Oh! He got 2 of them. That was crazy. Oh, that was fun. Oh, the combat in this game is so good. Such good.
At your beck and call.
Oh, he parried. Uh-oh.
Someone else can do this.
Okay. Well, I wanted you to do that, but I guess you're gonna miss. Look at that. This
Chaos
fight.
guides me.
Oh. Oh, no, he shot him. He got shot. Not on my watch.
A wicked thought.
Uh-oh. Maybe on my watch.
Schemes within
I'm gonna reload.
schemes.
Maybe on my watch. So what we can do...
I will do, Mike.
Chainsaw that and see if I can still charge.
Victory is imminent.
Bop. There we go. Look at that.
Sometimes you
Look at
consult
that.
the
Look at
appropriate
us
treatise
go.
on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step.
I have a different perspective.
I did not think that was what he was going to say. I did not think that was what he was going to say. I have a different perspective. What? Brother, what? What are you saying? Okay, so what does this mean? So I can boost one of my ranks in my skill. Let's boost coercion. I think talking to people would be fun. Cool. Now let's get that. And then let's increase athletics for him. All right. Sick. Let's get out of here.
This tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
I love this freaking voice. I love this character that we've made. He is the goofiest, dumbest little guy ever. But yeah, until 40K basically gives us more information, we will probably start doing some of these video game streams where we'll play some of the games and talk about the current state of 40K, just because there's just not anything going on. Oh my god.
Comes from the heavens.
Is she okay?
Watch your head.
I appreciate that we were going to go get Elthrad, but did nobody check on this lady either? Because
Idira.
she's also a psyker.
Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Can you not talk in riddles for once, lady?
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
She's going nuts.
This is Idiratlas, personal
okay.
psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship
that they call it
Theodora
better
von
last
Valancius.
Class.
Idira?
Where's the sister battle then?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's
drunk.
fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring
Here's a good
blaze, I
question.
see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
It's probably me, because we're just so cool. My question is, if a psyker was to get drunk, would it help defend them against the warp, or would it increase their ability to be taken over? Because, like, would it make that their mind would be less strong or be stronger? I'm curious. Get her drunk. Let's get her drunk. Let's throw her in the warp without a Geller field and see what happens. I think it's going to be fine. She probably won't mutate. It's totally fine. What are you doing here?
The whispers called me.
Girl,
the ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineering, but it was too late.
Okay.
I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
Uh-oh. It would probably damage their concentration, which would be less helpful. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm curious if there would be a time in which basically they would outlaw alcohol in the Imperium, similar to a prohibition, because then technically wouldn't drinking allow you to have more access to the warp on accident? Just saying. I'm just saying. Did anybody think about that?
Without a doubt.
I'll write it in the book.
And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest.
That's fair. It is
and
better
it's
to
better that we
ban
save the
Cycles.
navigator than some lever puller from a
Council of Nicaea
cooling
did nothing
module or a cook from the middle decks.
That's cool, I guess.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
Cool. It's time to counterattack, guys.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well.
Oh,
Quickly,
Ethelthrat is
we
the
must head
other
to-
heir? Damn, we really were a dick to him. We probably
Not so
shouldn't
fast,
have been such
old
a
man.
dick to him, in all
If we
honesty.
drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp,
It looks like the start of
then
my
he can
100
still
Marine,
hold on a little
Marine
longer
army is
without
arriving.
us.
Nice. Did you just buy a bunch of Marines?
Blasted.
What a great
You're
time
right.
for you to get your package. I'm happy for you, man.
First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
Yeah, let's go see if the
Oh,
navigator's
no.
okay.
No. Nothing is well about him.
I like
Can't
how
you
she's
feel
like,
the
my
chill
brain hasn't
crawling
gone
on
to the
your
warp yet.
skin?
And you're like,
The eyes watching you. The warp ice has already
girl,
encased the
you
bulkhead.
seem like you're having some problems.
What follows?
You seem
is
like you might be having
calamity.
some crazies. But that's understandable. You're a psyker. I'm not blaming you. I'm just like, do we need to get you a doctor?
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in
Okay,
here
cool. She's
suggests
chilling
there's
out
a
now.
navigator around.
Nice,
Maybe
dude.
one who's crippled or
That's
at death's
awesome.
door, but still
I'm still
kicking.
working on that.
And since our skin
Get
hasn't
bashing
peeled
video.
off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
I like her. I did like that she was able to slap her face and then JoJo's come back to life. This is what I mean is like, this is why it's so similar to JoJo's. We're all talking about how we need to have all this stuff happening, and we're sitting here modeling in a corridor for genuinely way too long. What's in this door? I can open this door. Should I go through this door? Okay, I should go through this door. Perfect. Is that Ethelthred with that staff? Okay, he looks cool now. Aw, man, we really shouldn't have been mean to him. He looks like a baller now.
Ho, 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 you poor souls!
Oh, it's just a bad psyker. Okay, cool.
Flow.
Let's put me, who is Shooty, over there. Let's put him in the front, because he's a chainsword man, and she's a psychic lady. So let's go put her... oh, dang. She has to start real far back. That's fine. We'll put her right there. We'll get her one more up. Let's go.
I've suffered worse.
Which style of boxes did you buy for your Marines? Did you buy the new
Pain and
Maximus ones?
duty go hand in hand.
I'm honestly like, I think the Maximus ones are my favorite of the Heresy Marines so far. I think they look the best, personally. Just a personal opinion. Let's get her running up here to do some psychic stuff. That seems like a good thing to do.
But of course, I
Oh my god! I didn't know that it was gonna do all that. I didn't know it was gonna do that. Oh god, she's getting real psychic. We're gonna have to probably stop using her psychic powers. Got my cock.
Strike me again.
Got my box.
See what happens.
Heroes to turn into characters. About one of each. 2, 3, 4, and 6. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. Right now, once we're done here, I'm going to be working on getting some of my demons ready for this weekend, because I'm going to be playing a demons list before they nerf it, because it's got to get nerfed at some point. It's just way too good for what it does, getting critical 5s on crazy stuff. So I don't think it's probably going to last too long.
Indeed.
So I definitely feel like they're going to change that soon. So I'm working on
At your beck and call.
But I got to paint like 30 demonettes today. So I'm not super looking forward to that, but it'll be fine. And I'm getting a little haircut tomorrow. So that'll be nice. I'll still have super long hair, but
let's get to it.
It won't be unruly. Let me kill that psyker. I want to use lightning on it, but I think lightning is going to be bad. Let's do it. Nice. Okay, she didn't get all psychicked out, but that's the last psychic thing I think I can do for her before she gets all warped out. Yes! Smack him! Counterattack! Oh, I love it. And then he can take care of the Heretic Brawler. I want to go up there and I want to blast this guy. Let's blast him with a single shot. Pop! Okay, well, let's not blast him with a single shot then. Let's get up here.
Follow my lead.
So I think I messed up the charge earlier. I should have gone up here.
I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
And then charge and see if he can
At your beck and call.
Go all the way down there. Yeah, so he couldn't make it all the way, but he got back.
Out of my way!
I've suffered worse.
Oh, I don't know, man. That was pretty bad. And then let's chainsaw.
No can do.
Okay, well, can you just walk forward then? Can you just walk over there then?
On it.
Pop. Yeah, it's interesting how much, honestly, when it comes to heresy stuff, they've really updated a lot.
Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp.
Should we talk?
Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Should we talk to the Navigator, or should we talk to, who should we talk to? I do think it'd be funny to be like, hey, are you alive?
Your time is short.
Are you alright? Are you alright?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Suddenly, the Navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back into the seat, then thrusts forwards again as his bones crack and his skin tears open. However, the fusion between body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses as the mutant remains seated but leans forward as far forward as he can. His layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous, screaming, mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortal, and behold... Yeah, you already said that.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Uh-oh. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the Navigator. Oh, it's the warp entity that invaded our mind.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of self-victory.
The heretic in me sounds like he's going to give us some stuff. do like a good set of stuff. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson, and the dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned into a trickle into a stream mixed with blood coming out of his nose, and there's purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength.
Oh, he's still talking.
I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Okay. I want to help you, but tell me how.
The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run.
Who torments you?
The edge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Cool. What's that supposed to mean?
A rite. A sacrifice offered. Oh, my heart tells me that Kunrad was not deterred by his defeat in the warrant chamber.
Rutro, Raggy.
What? Kunrad betrayed Lady Theodora?
Oh, we forgot to tell her that.
But how is that? How? He was as loyal as a dog. And I didn't hear a thing, I swear.
The footfalls of the bringer of twilight are veiled by the will of his masters. Tear out your eyes. She who is to become the champion's servant, for you need them no longer.
Am I the champion?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
The navigator does not give her a response. The black tears are mixed with blood, are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static inner speed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter.
Should I divine our next step?
No, I think we should probably leave. I think we should probably get out of here. Let's go. Oh, but not before getting some trinkets. Ooh, trinkets. Ooh, trinkets.
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance, my genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
This is a chatter. I don't even think I mind. I don't even think I really even need to do too much dialogue. Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him an auto gun, even though it's a chaos auto gun. We need some guns. We need some guns. Let's get you a pistol for your off. Oh, give him a gun just in case he needs it. But yeah, we should have a pistol and a sword in one little thing, so I can do melee and that. And then we can give her a pistol and an axe just in case we need her. Oh, I was like, did she get that skull from them? She can't use that, but we can give Abelard an extra one of these. And then, yeah, and then we can switch to the bolt pistol and that and whenever we need to do melee. Sick. Any other gear that we got? No, it looks like that's all of it. Okay, let's go. Run, me, run. Everybody, don't stay back here.
I'm at your service.
Why are we not all going together as a group?
Do you want something?
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Formation. Sure.
You see, this galaxy, it is my playground.
I hate this guy. He's so
One
great.
step at a time.
One step at a time.
Madness.
There's a part of me that's like, I've got to be a bad guy, don't I? Oh, okay. I have to select all of them at
Light
once.
of
That's why
terror.
they're not all moving.
Guide our way.
Cool. Let's go. Okay, we can't go that way. All right, where are we going? Well, not down that way. Let's see. There's got to be another way out of here. Well, let's take a look at the map. Officer's deck. Oh, we have to go back the other way. Oh, weird. Okay. First, we should grab the stuff from the Psyker that I didn't realize that I didn't grab. Ooh, a new stick. All right, new stick. Probably sell that.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Oh, God. That's not good. Let's see. Maybe this way? There we go. Okay, out to the officer's deck. Perfect. That was weird. You'd think it would go the other way, but to the officer's deck, everyone. Oh, how we enjoyed the Rogue Trader stream. I'm having a lot of fun. This has been a fun one. Especially because I can't wait till we get the Space Wolf in like Act a Billion. I can't wait to play as a little Space Marine. We might have to not play Heretic so that we don't get the wrong characters. But at the same time, also, we'll see. We'll see how our hearts are feeling. Oh, he got. If only he just went to one of the corners on. Here's the Space Marine, but RT is legit.
Ship's as
yeah.
good as ours.
Lure Trader
It's
super
all
fun.
over for you.
I played a little bit of this by myself, where I played as a heretic, and I got to the like
Pity
first
not
system.
your enemies.
Hell yeah!
I shall
Here's the
heed
sister of
not
battle.
their pleas.
Somebody shoot this.
Somebody
Shall
shoot
betray
this.
not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me without your grace.
Best interpretation of
I
the
told
system
you he
so
would
far that
protect
I've
us.
seen in game,
My
except for the new
God.
Bolt Gun 2.
My light. My emperor.
Bolt Gun 2 also has badass sister, but she's cool. This lady's cool. I like her. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hand, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister
That's
Argenta.
not good.
Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We
She's
require
like, "Sister
all the
Argenta."
forces we can muster.
She's like, what? What? Horus? Like, she's got the blood angel.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Yeah, well,
The hour is dark and daunting.
we'll be nice to the
Ship
sister of battle
abounds with
who is about to
corruption.
shoot us in the brain with a gun.
The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
We're here because I'm the champion of chaos.
Sister,
it
I
seems.
beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The
Well, I'm
ship
no
is under-
traitor. You
If
can
you
be
speak
sure of that.
truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
Yeah, I mean, I was a commissar, so yeah.
I
get it.
cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Guys, I think she's talking about me. I don't want to be rained fire upon.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more
He said,
appropriate
I don't have time to
circumstances."
explain this to you. You're going to have to find out
Enough
from her
idle
backstory.
chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
All right, we got to go then.
Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Well, who said I was going to
We will follow.
that?
For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables.
They made a mess
I
of the
wish we had a
cables.
Technomat with us. But we'll
If
see what we
only
can
we
do
had a
without one.
Technomat.
Good to hear it. Sister?
He's like, oh, it's going to be a real pain in the butt to get it across. And he's like, yep, good to hear. All right, cool. Moving on.
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Sick. Don't notice the fact that I am currently using a heretic.
They
stubber.
will see.
You don't need to worry about that.
They all will see.
I'm going to be completely real. She has every right to just assassinate my character right now as I am saying the craziest shit when I walk around. Every light shall be upon my eyes. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so I can't go through there. That door's blocked. I can't see anything because of the goods. Let's get some of the goods, though. Ooh. I'll put that in the cargo. Pick up the cargo of my own ship. Okay, where are we going? Okay, so it's literally just back the way we came. That is one thing that I will say that does slightly frustrate me about...
World, I am the rogue thread.
God, what a crazy guy. Is that they do have a tendency to be like, hey, you gotta head this way. And it's like the opposite direction of where... What? Yeah, like I just came from here. I came from this elevator and they're telling me that like that was the way to go. Where is the door? Maybe I'm stupid. If any of you guys can see where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, there we go. There's a door. Maybe this door. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's great. It's got to be unlocked with the right tool. Do I push a button? Am I dumb? I might be dumb.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
My nerves. My poor nerves. Yeah, because the only real spot that I have is here. Oh, that's cool. You can change the direction of how they're facing. Let's get this loot. That's probably got the good to open the door. No, it's just a gun. Okay, cool. Guns are good. We like guns. Oh. Now the door randomly opens because I got all the gear. I see how this is going.
The stars are my canvas, and anarchy, it's my brush.
That is a crazy thing.
Run, fools, or fall.
The monsters demand.
Hey guys, in all honesty, I think we might all be on the same side, sort of. Can't go there. Let's have her here for backup. Let's have her here to shoot other guys. All right.
Crush the feeble.
Harry.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Thanks for letting us know. I wasn't sure about that beforehand, and now you told me
I
that.
am your doom.
This prologue's going a long time. We might have to cut the stream off a little bit early.
As the Emperor commands,
Dang. Got him.
escape the Emperor's judgment.
Just shot 3 shots into his chest. What is this, running gun? Next time I would have done that beforehand. That's cool. Lot of bullets. Psyker increases the dodge. Let's just not worry about that yet. Let's increase the dodge.
Anything else?
Make it better. We really don't need to send out too many psychic powers yet. So let's attack him.
It will be done.
And then maybe I can charge.
I'm not interested.
He's not interested.
At your beck and call.
So we'll brace him for impact. Dude, now we'll shoot the guns. Oh, got him a little bit. Let's do that. Oh, he's dodged. Haha, got him.
I serve the ruinous powers.
We will go until about 1:45 if we don't complete the tutorial by then, or like a little prologue. And then what we'll do?
Faith without
Shoot that guy in the brain. Nice. But yeah, we'll go until about 1:45 because I also do have to get some stuff done for my RC this weekend. But this has been a very, very fun stream. I've been enjoying this one a lot more. I hope you guys have been enjoying this a lot more than some of the early clinics that we're doing. Those are fun, but it is one where it's like, if there's just nothing going on right now in the world of 40K,
the future on the battlefield.
To kind of like give y'all, fun stuff to want to like see.
But of course,
when lightning bolt.
What an
holy
unfortunate
powers of the arch enemy.
Especially just when like right now there's just nothing going on. In all honesty, we're waiting till the 22nd to see what happens. So this Rogue Trader stream will be a lot more calming and will just be more fun.
Chaos
Something more fun
me.
to do, and we can talk 40K stuff and have fun.
Chaos
talk other
guides
stuff as
me.
well.
Death
This
to
has
the
been fun.
weak.
Fun to get some 40K stuff going on without having to like
To non-believers.
not have to feel like there's nothing going on. 'Cause man, like there's just not a lot happening in 40K right now, which is fine. It happens sometimes. There we go. Get him. All right, didn't get him fully. That's okay. Oh,
Just
that
a
got
minor
shot.
setback.
30 to K47. Here's the thing. Here's the problem. I don't know anything about K47. I cannot do a stream without knowing, like, I can't do a stream without knowing anything about the game. So I know you keep wanting me to do a K47 stream, and that's going to happen at some point. But right now, I'm a real. I'm way too busy to learn a new game system. So at some point, we will do it. But right now, it's just not possible. It's going to take a bit. I'm going to have to like learn all that stuff before I can do all that, because otherwise I'm just going to give out a bunch of misinformation because I just don't know the game. You know? So
Out of my
that's
way.
going to be a bit. Also, it's the hard thing of like the whole thing that I do is a lot of 40K stuff. I know you're going to hold me to this, and I'm going to try my best to do it. But it is one of the things where it's like, this is mostly a 40K, even Warhammer channel. And I just don't have a lot of experience with that. So I would not hold your breath. Give me some time with it and I'll get it done.
The enemies
But right
of the Emperor
now,
will
I
be
just don't have
undone.
the experience to really be somebody to talk about it without it just being like, let's discover K47. And in that, I'm going to be real, that's a really long stream. So there's a lot more that I got to figure out. But right now, what we can do is we can play Rogue Trader. I know you're going to hold me to this. We'll figure it out at some point, but it's gonna take a bit. It's gonna take a lot longer than like doing it every once a week. Because right now I have 4 RTTs that I'm gonna be doing this month, and like
anything is.
Right now, my biggest focus is trying to get these videos done, and then also trying to get up into the top ranks of the ITC. From the Lone Star Open, I moved up to 34th. In the Southwest, and so we're getting closer and closer, and my goal is to try and get to basically be within the top 10 maybe by December, hopefully before it all kind of like is finished up for the year. I don't know. So that's basically where I'm thinking and how I'm planning on doing it. I just unfortunately don't have a good timeline for how I can do that, but trust, it will happen at some point. The nice thing is that we have plenty of stuff to do in between then.
What
is me shooting that heretic? Dang it! I couldn't shoot him. But yeah. It will happen. Just, it will take a little time. So don't hold your breath. I'll do
Chaos
it.
guides me.
I gotta take some time to learn the cool rules first. I don't know the rules. I can't tell y'all
Pain
anything
and
about
duty
it.
go
Besides
hand
what we
in
did
hand.
the other day, which was looking at the models and going, "That's cool."
Pain cleanses the body.
At least 40K, I know. I don't know too much about all the lore for everything.
Doubt
but if you're
is
like,
for the
hey,
weak.
it's for children, I'll be like, I pretty much know all of that.
Alright, just a minor setback.
I just can't believe that I still keep trying to shoot these guys, and they're just like, nah. And
I
I'm
know
like,
what
well,
is
I guess
to come.
cover is useful now. We're gonna get there. It will happen. I'm a lightning bolt this man. Lightning bolt!
Farewell.
Oh, there's just too much stuff going on.
Victory
but also
is
not
reduced
not
to
enough
dust.
40K news for me to talk about it on stream. At some point, I'm working on still this. I'm still working on the video.
That's
for,
not the Seneschal's job.
For doing the kit bashing and stuff. I'm just working on my camera angles. Too much to do for so little to do. So much, so little. But at the same time, speaking of things that I got to do that were fun and not work related, I did go see Spider-Man last night. Have any of you guys seen the new Spider-Man movie that came out? No spoilers if you haven't. That movie was baller. That movie was really good. Out of all the MCU movies that they've made, I think the Spider-Man ones have always been the best ones. But even then,
God,
I was
Emperor,
like, this one
move
is the
through
most
me.
feels
Be
like
the
a comic
fire
book
in my
movie.
heart.
And like, oh no, he's right in the way of her gun. That's not gonna work. Yeah, we don't want to use that ability just yet. We'll just laser him.
There is
We'll just lightning
movement in
strike
the
him.
Empyrean.
But yeah, if you guys haven't watched the new Spider-Man movie, I thoroughly recommend it. I thought it was really good.
The Immaterium is calling to me.
I haven't watched anything
mention that
MCU
my
since
whispers
Endgame.
tell jokes?
Honestly, I
Jokes
think
that
the
once said
only
aloud
thing that you would
make
have to
your eyes
watch
bleed
before
and
this
blood
one is
curdle.
the No Way
Talk
Home.
about black
Because
comedy.
it leads directly into that one. But what was real cool is like, I'm gonna be real. I don't think there was anything in that movie that was like there's like I think like one other one of those movies that I've seen from the new MCU stuff in that new phase. One of them was the Spider-Man one. So if you've seen the third Spider-Man one, that is the only thing you need to see to understand what's going on with this one. Which I thought was really good. I know that was a really good way of writing
There's probably one
it,
around here somewhere.
was the fact that there was genuinely nothing that I went, oh, you need to know this before going into it. It felt way more like, hey, it's a comic book. It's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's doing neighborhood level threats, like things. Oh, I need mental charges. I'm a very big fan of this new one. I thought it was really good. I will say, don't stay for the end credit thing. It's not good. The end credit one, it's not good. This movie, though, does hold up by itself. You don't really need to watch anything else except for the other Spider-Man movies to get a good feeling of this one. As we know from the trailers, John Bernthal's Punisher shows up, and John Bernthal just is a great. He's great whenever he shows up as the Punisher. So that one was that was great. I won't reveal who Sadie Sink plays. She was also really good in this movie, actually. And I'm not the biggest Sadie Sink fan, but I was like, okay, that was pretty good. I liked how you portrayed this character. I will say, though, there are a couple moments in the show where they do some with the weird dialogue stuff, in which some of the dialogue you're like, that doesn't make any sense. You kind of
there will be
bit,
no peace
but it's
in
not
my
horrible.
wake.
I thought it was a really good Spider-Man movie. Now, am I really intrigued on to what's going to happen next? No, not really. It's basically wake me up when the next Spider-Man movie comes out, basically, is how my brain is going. Or if they decide to do an X-Men movie at some point, which I'm really hoping they will do soon. Because to me, like, my biggest two favorite like Marvel properties are X-Men and Spider-Man. So I'm just
Sins
hoping for
hidden in the
whenever they decide
heart
to do an
turn
X-Men
all
movie.
to decay.
And at some point, they probably will after the whole Doomsday stuff. Okay, well, we need to do something about this door. I don't have any melta charges, and I need to find some. But yeah, if you haven't really watched anything since Endgame, I recommend just going watching the new Spider-Man that they did.
They will see.
The third one or whatever.
Oh, yes,
Spider-Man X
indeed.
Deadpool movie when?
They
That's a good
all
question.
will see.
I honestly really liked Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought that one was really good. So if they follow a similar format, I think it could be good. But I will say, like, yeah, because they had an entire. I mean, they're basically like they're inseparable. Because it honestly, if you'd ever watched Wolverine and Deadpool, it feels like some of the dynamics from the Spider-Man and Deadpool series kind of got into that movie as well. Like, but I liked that one too. I thought that one was good. I'm gonna be real.
One step at a time.
Where is this melta charge?
amidst the madness.
Deck Enforcer, do you have a melta charge? Where are the meltas? Let me see if there's anything in this room that I'm missing. Oh, that's us. All right, doesn't seem like there's any more goods to get. I don't have any melta charges, it seems. Maybe I can go fix something in this room. Looks like the cable connects out here. Maybe there's something over here that I can work on or something. I don't know. See if there's any melted charges over here. Deadpool even killed Peter Parker since Spider-Man could spend more time hanging out with him. Yeah, that was during. I think that was during the. Isn't that during the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one? Because I remember that one. Because they did a lot of those. This character kills the entire universe kind of ones. Oh, there we. I'm like that. Oh, really?
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
That is funny. That's one of those things where it's like they do a lot of those where it's like, is it canon? Is it not canon? Because they kill Peter Parker. It's weird. I was talking to Emma after we watched the movie, and I was like, by the way, you guys remember Werewolf Captain America? And she was like, what? It's like, yeah, Captain America at one point in the comics becomes a werewolf, and I'm not even joking. And it's a longer period of time. Peter got better. He got better from being killed. That's not surprising. That's very Marvel of them. But yeah, like straight up having what's his name? I can't remember. It's been too long. I need to go back. I need to go back and look at some of the comics. I read a lot of them growing up, and nowadays, I'm going to be completely real. I'm more so into just reading, like, what's going on in the comics rather than reading the comics. Because, in all honesty, they've just done some silly, goofy things. Like, right now, Mary Jane is Venom for some reason. And, like, in all honesty, at that point, I just don't care. Right? Like, I just don't care. You're going to make Mary Jane Venom? Cool. I'm sure there's something cool about it. Oh my God, bring it down. Look. I'm sure there's going to be something cool in that. But at the same time, I'm also just going, there's just not something that really, I don't know. I feel like they don't really know what they're doing anymore. Yeah, like currently Spider-Man's not doing well. They had the whole Paul thing, which was dumb. Now they're doing this whole thing with Mary Jane being Venom, which is like, whatever. It's one of those things where it's like, it's cool to have new ideas and new storylines in this whole thing. But at the same time, there are times where you're just like, guys, at this point, you're just beating a horse, right? You're beating a dead horse, being like, "Oh right, and now Mary Jane is Venom." Who cares? Who cares that Mary Jane is Venom? Who cares about this Paul guy? At this point, if you're not going to ever have them get together, at this point, why is Mary Jane even in the comics right now? Like, why is she not just more kind of like not doing stuff? Like, let Spider-Man kind of do his own thing, but I don't know. It's one of those things where at a certain point, I just don't think that I think they're trying to do all of their new stuff into the Marvel, like, actual universe. I don't know. That's where I just don't
better
care about
myself
the comics,
through
where I'm
my
just like,
service.
I just don't. There's nothing that it feels like they're building up to, and if it is, it's just another event that won't matter. And it's kind of just that annoying thing where the writing is like, it's kind of how Warhammer writing is right now, where we're like, guys, I want you guys to do something, but your guys are not also wanting to do something.
Curiosity sings
I like
in
new
my
ideas.
veins.
I like new ideas. I just also then would like, I don't know. I just don't care about Mary Jane being Venom. I think I'm done with the Venom arcs after all the King in Black stuff with Eddie Brock and all of that stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't care about Venom anymore. We can stop talking about Venom for a little bit. We've had enough with Venom. Too many Venom. That's my opinion. I want GW to do something. I also don't think they can do something confidently. Yeah, that's my other problem. I don't think that unless they get some very, very, ooh, that's cool. The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from a scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms from the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by an ear-splitting noise and screaming, and yet you distinctively hear the sounds of footsteps, and then you see the figure walk toward you. Excuse me. It's it's Valencia. It's Theodore.
My heir.
Uh-oh. She doesn't. She seems crazy.
Sorceress, apparition, trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I am a rogue trader. I am wherever my will to
that is honestly my biggest fear when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Is I want it to come from not from GW. I want the lore stuff to come from their authors, their Black Library authors, like Rob Rath, right? Graham McNeil, Dan Abnett. Like, that's the people I want them to do something with this. Right? I saw that there was a lot of, oh God, what is Mike Flanagan? There was a lot of talk about Mike Flanagan joining the universe. That's something I'm extremely excited about. So I'm like, okay, Mike Flanagan can make something good with this script.
Give you a weapon.
It also does show how long it's going to take for us to get something, because I thought they were well under writing this, well under the way of writing this. And they are now starting to write this new 40K series. So that is the thing that I am. That is something that I am worried about. Is just the amount of time that it's going to take to get these things out now. Because we finally got the announcement that we were promised in 2026.
You are resolute in your faith. Then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
All right. I guess it's time to listen to the Sister of Battle.
We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Oh my God, we got just too many options.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Now this is the hard choice, guys. This is where we need to choose. Do we accept the power of help? Do we walk through the fire? Or do we get the people off the bridge? I feel like a good, in all honesty, I feel like a good option to pick to give our character some character development. Oh, he's saying fire through the flames. I don't want to hurt people. All right, we'll go fire through the flames. Let's do it. We'll help out the Sister of Battle. It was a warp entity. We did it. Oh no. Only us made it through. That sucks. Oh, we see the Aquila though.
Master, can you hear me?
I wonder if that just made it so that I can't do the heretical route, because
which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Maybe I have to do a different. Like I have to get the thing again. But yeah,
Praise the
that is.
Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said that the Emperor will bless the
once we finish this
worthiest and
dialogue,
most
we'll save it and we'll close
steadfast
this
in
up
their
and we'll
faith.
finish up our conversation and then we'll jump off the stream because we've got a little bit extra. The Emperor protects.
Indeed, he does. Huh. If I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
There was no Theodora, witch.
Ugh.
There was an illusion.
Well, don't be calling people
temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But he perceived its true nature.
PNG.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What? We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord's captain standing there in the fire? Abala, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remained. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
As even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong and your limbs obey without fail. And deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you can feel a certain tension akin to that to a taut string. You are at your limit, but be it adrenaline or the strength of your face, it will not carry you much further. Crazy. All right.
Did my eyes deceive me?
Oh my God.
I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake. I did not expect you would make it here in time. After all, the mutiny caught the entire crew off guard, as they were scattered all over the ship. I must say, your wounds.
Nice. He hasn't changed.
Noticed the signs of my blessing, have you? Yes, the warp is taking its toll. But I'm still sane and able to hold my weapon. I'll fight for the Von Valancius bloodline to the end. And if the price is the eternal curse of mutation, so be it. Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of he who has passed a trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon.
Get along now.
Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I'm still receiving fragmentary.
Yeah, we should probably go find
a reasonable approach.
Let's skip, because
Take your escort.
God,
with
they
you.
talk a
You
long
may be way
time.
late. Once you have found
Man,
the Lord
no wonder why
Captain,
people
you
stream
must
this
beg
game.
her
You
to
just
go
don't
to
have
the
to talk
bridge
much
and
during
lead
this
the
game.
counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be.
All right,
Until
continue.
next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle.
I feel like we've earned each other's respect at that point. Let's give a good old save. Stream game. Perfect. Yeah, and we'll save there. We'll finish up this quick conversation before I jump off the screen, since we have gone an extra hour past what I thought we were going to do. So that was super fun. Thank you guys for watching that game with me. It was super fun to play. I hope you guys were as entertained as I was to play it. But to get back onto my previous topic of what I was talking about. So with the introduction of Mike Flanagan into the Warhammer television shows. Wow, I'm saying this all weird. This is all great things. I'm excited to see what Mike Flanagan does, but it also means that this announcement this far into 2026, when we were supposed to be getting this announcement almost at the beginning, goes with something that Dan Abnett has already said, where he said, yeah, because it's Dan Abnett that's writing all of the Pandemonium books right now. He's said, like, I'm not allowed to release the next book until the Amazon show starts getting more underway, because there's gonna be big lore revelations. Like, they are going to change stuff. Like, there is gonna be a new path forward, supposedly, from this book, which then increases the curiosity of all of us. And we're like, okay, so what are you guys gonna do? What's the craziness that you're gonna do? And my problem with the fact that Mike Flanagan is just being announced as part of the writing team gives me a very bad indication that I think it's going to be a long period of time before we get anything underway. Because at this point, I thought that they have been already writing the script for this show. And the fact that Mike Flanagan is just now being announced gives me halt that they have not really started the script super much yet. Even if they have, it's probably very much in the prototype state, which to me, my then question is, okay, well, are you guys behind schedule? What's going on? This is why I call for more transparency from GW, because we're getting hints and snippets that the new books, the things that are going to push the lore forward, are not going to come out until this show comes out. And now, even though we were supposed to get details at the beginning of 2026, it is August of 2026. We are past the halfway point. Now we're finally getting an announcement from Henry Cavill, from the fact that Mike Flanagan is joining in. And it makes me think that we're probably not going to see at least anything else for another 6 months at the very minimum, meaning we really won't even get an idea of what this new show is going to be until 2027, which makes me think that this book is probably not going to be out until 2028, 2029 almost, which means that, like, we won't even have any lore for like 5 years when it comes to this stuff. I mean, what happened with 500 Worlds? Nothing. What happened with Master of the Maelstrom? Nothing. What happened with the Iron Campaign? The only thing that happened was the Armageddon book led into the 11th edition Armageddon stuff. And then even when that happened, right, we were supposed to have Deathmire, which was supposed to be a significant part. And then they cooked the numbers and they made it a tie and they made it insignificant. I mean, until somebody really gives me the numbers of how many people voted for which one or played actual games, I'm going to think they cooked the numbers. Especially when out of nowhere on that Q&A, they went, maybe it'll be a tie. And I went, oh, they're planning on it being a tie, so they don't have to do more lore stuff. But that to me is like one of the biggest issues when it comes down to this, is that they're not very transparent about how they're doing that stuff. We obviously have had a change in schedule, which is fine. That's not a big deal. If we don't get some new lore stuff until 2027, 2028, 2029, it's okay. But we're now sitting here scratching our heads going, so when is this going to come out? When is this going to be significant? When should I get excited about reading 40K again? Even down to the point where there's a new Bjorn book. There's the new, there's the sequel to Infinite the Divine. And these stories are really cool, but like, We want to see what the whole culmination of everything is going on. I think that's part of the reason why it feels like there's so little 40K news when it comes down to anything, is because simply the news that we would be fine with seeing if there's nothing going on in the game is what's happening on the outside of the game, right? Is there's obviously some new mentions with the Big E when it comes to these cinematics. So if you guys are going to change some stuff, why are we waiting so long for a television show that all the people that are already invested into Warhammer were, one, gonna watch no matter what? Even if it's bad, we're all gonna watch it because it's the first Warhammer TV show. Like, even me, a giant Halo fan, I watched part of the Halo show when it came out, right? I didn't finish it, but I watched it because I went, it's a Halo show. They've never done a Halo show. Let's watch it, right? I'm a Halo fan. And like, I know that they're wanting to do this to get more people into the hobby using this Amazon show. But at the same time, you don't need the Amazon show to push forward the narrative, right? I don't understand why they're sitting here if they haven't written a script yet, going like, oh, well, if you've already written Pandemonium is supposedly done. It's supposedly done. It's done. Like, it's edited, it's written, it's ready. They're just not unveiling it because they're saying it's going to have massive implication changes. But what's frustrating to me is if you dropped it, then even us might get excited for what you write in the Warhammer television show. But I think the problem is that they're willing to change. I don't know what they're doing. I think that's the biggest problem about all of this, is it comes down to the fact that their transparency has fallen through at every point in time, right? They constantly tell us, hey, this is what's coming at this time. This is what's going to be talked about. We're going to talk about this. And then they miss it. Unless there's a actual release date, they miss it. They usually miss it. I mean, like we had the Exodite box come out before the freaking Orc Codex come out. Like, at this point, we've seen so much about the Orc Codex that it's just release the Codex, right? Just release the Codex at this point. So that's kind of where I'm at when it comes down to Warhammer in general. Is I'm sick of this waiting, thinking that things need to be sitting in this perfect state, right? Yeah, it's got too much of this yellow energy where it's just this cowardice of like we're talking like Green Lanterns, right? The yellow energy or whatever. You know, like, it's that kind of stuff where it just doesn't feel like they're willing to go forward and do it, right? You know, the energy of fear. Like, that's to me is the biggest problem. Is it feels like they don't trust themselves to release something, and it feels like they don't trust us enough to receive it, which in all honesty, I mean, yeah, we're not going to receive it well if it's bad, but at the same time, what is up with some of these companies looking at things with contempt and going, well, these guys are just ungrateful, when it's just, no, we hold you to a high standard because we know you can do this stuff. And we expect a high standard, especially when you make us buy $300 boxes, you know? Like, that I think is my problem. It's kind of like the new Halo coming out, right? The new campaign Evolved. There's a lot of people who are talking about how bad the prequel missions are, right? And in all honesty, do I think the prequel missions are that bad? No. I think the prequel missions are fine. I think they're good shooters. I think in all honesty, some of the dialogue is a little goofy. I know there's some people who don't like the interactions between Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson, but I'm going to be real. Did you play Halo 2 where he literally shows up in a Covenant ship and goes boo to a grunt? And you're thinking that these two guys who have a massive history with each other aren't going to be cordial, especially when in the start of Halo 2, they're joking about each other about how he's not dressed nice. Like, he's in his armor and he's not dressed nice. That to me was goofy. Now, having a character who's getting rescued by the chief then bring up the fact that she doesn't like him for the fact that he's propaganda in the middle of it, and then having this dialogue of, well, why don't you like the chief? And it's like, you wouldn't have this conversation right now. Wait till you get off the ship to have this conversation. Like, those are the things I didn't like, but like, I played Halo 1 and it looked like Halo 3, you know? And the gameplay was good, and the sprint was fun, and like, yeah, it's not the original Halo, but I didn't pick it up to play the original Halo. I wanted to see what changes they made and to make something that would be more into the scope of the modern games. Because let's be real, Halo 1 is a fun game, but it's from 2001. Like, at some point, the game needed some updates and it was fun. But, like, at the same time, it's this whole energy about it. I get why people are upset by it, but it's the same thing of like there's this side on both sides where nobody is happy about anything. And at a certain point, like, yeah, nothing can be perfect, but at the same time, just release the crap. Just bring it out. Just throw it out there. Right? If there's always going to be people who are upset about it. So who cares? Right? GW, when have you ever cared about us not liking something? It makes no sense. Hot take gaming has advanced somewhat since 2001. Exactly. Like I just played through Halo 2. Halo 2 was super fun. It was great. But I'm going to be real. There are some parts of Halo 2 that I'm like, okay, let's just get this done. Right? Like, I'm going to be real. Some of the worst parts of Halo 2 are the end of the game. Because you sit there and you're like, great. All right, it's the same environment. It's the same environment. It's the same environment. All right, let's get this done. I don't really care about Tartarus. The Tartarus fight is not good. It's not a good fight. It's just him getting shot at, and you just shoot him from the top layer. Like, that's one of the things that I'm sure there's going to be people who look at that and go, "Oh, Nick has no taste when it comes to Halo." And it's like, yeah, because I played mostly 3 growing up. And 3 to me is still my favorite. And there's some things in 3 that I'm like, man, this is bad. Like trying to shoot the assault rifle in 3 is like, man, I love shooting wet tissue paper and it not mattering at all and having no tactical feedback that feels good. But like, it's an old game. I don't care, right? Like, I think that's the thing where it's like, I think we're all too afraid at times of being able to say like me saying like, no guys, Halo Campaign Evolved is a good game. Like, I have Game Pass, so I paid already for basically what I would have paid for it. I didn't buy the extra stuff. Actually, I bought the like little $20 upgrade to get the skins. So like, I really only paid $20 to get the game, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine for $20. Like, you don't have to go out and buy the $100 version of it. Go get Game Pass. Go get all these free games already for $14 a month, $20 a month, and then just play the Halo that you're already playing for freaking $30. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's the same thing with this. Just release the lore. Push it forward. If it sucks, you always retcon stuff anyways. Just retcon it. That's my opinion. Anyways. Now I want to go play some Halo 3 because I like Halo 3. But like, it's one of those things where it's like, my opinion on Halo doesn't matter, right? Because it's my opinion and it doesn't matter. And if you don't like Halo 3, that's fine. If you think Halo 2 is a better game, then you're right. Halo 2 is a better game because it's an opinion and it doesn't matter, right? There's not a score of like, this is the best game ever. And even it is, I've played games that are like, oh, this is systematically the best game you could ever play. And I'm like, I'm bored. The game has found a way to bore me. And I played games that are the worst games ever. And I'm like, you know what? This game is rad. This game is awesome, right? Because it is all about subjectivity. It's all about taste. But to get this whole rant about GW, it's the transparency of it. And it's the whole thing of trying to make everything perfect. And instead of it going like, guys, all right, it's been 10 years since we've had lore, right? Yeah, like Titanfall 1, that's a game that is amazing. Everyone likes it. You play it. It's a phenomenal game. You play Titanfall 2, it's even better, right? Like, straight up great games. But it's not because of the fact that they kept making Titanfall, because I'm going to be real. I played Apex and went, you removed the Titans from Titanfall, and now I'm not interested anymore, But Apex was way more popular. Actually, a really good example of one of these games that is not good, but it was loved, is MOBAs. I don't like MOBAs. I think MOBAs are some of the most annoying, boringest games ever. Personally, I don't understand them. It's one of those things where it's kind of like Warhammer competitive scene where you have to get real into it and you have to really play it. But Dota is not a game you can pick up casually, right? And I like playing video games more casually. I'm not into competitive video games. I don't care about that. I like competitive Warhammer because I'm not just overwhelming my senses and I can go, okay, I can plan this out right. But I've never been a competitive gamer. And I can see there's somebody who dropped off the minute I said I don't like Dota and I don't think Dota is a good game. But that's, again, me sitting here with my opinion. That's an opinion, right? I have an opinion that the Dota game is good or bad, right? Like, when it comes to the numbers, obviously anybody could look at Nick and go, Nick, you're wrong because Dota made this much money and did all this, and stats-wise, it's good, right? My opinion, I thought it was boring. I thought the characters were boring. I really wasn't interested in anything of it. Like, you know, Dark Souls, right? That's one of those games that is insanely well popular. I have a hard time beating it, but I love it. I think the game is super cool. I think it puts a really good, I think especially like the original 3 Dark Souls really puts you in that world. Even if you're not good at the game, you feel like it's not in a weird spot. Like the game feels right. You feel like the way that it was meant to come out, and it feels good. But you know, like that's how I feel about certain things. And that's the thing, is that if you have a different opinion than me, then that's extremely valid. Like it's extremely valid. Because my opinion, if you said, you know what, Nick, I don't like Dark Souls, I'd be like, fair. It's not for everybody. You know, it's the same reason why there's 26 factions in Warhammer. It doesn't have to be for everybody. Just the same as the Warhammer TV show doesn't have to be for everybody. And just the same thing as these new Warhammer lore updates don't have to be for everybody. But give us the grace and put it out and give us something, or at least give us the benefit of saying, hey guys, we know that you guys are waiting for this. We know that you guys are waiting for this book. We know that you guys are waiting for more lore. Let's put that lore out, or at least say, hey, this is what we're thinking time-wise line. And if we have to change it, it's subject to change. That's all you have to say. I mean, even me, like, I tell you guys that I'm working on something. And then every once in a while, I go, hey, man, like the last 2 weeks, I'm like, hey, man, like, I can't get this Mollerfing video done. If I put it out, it's going to be bad. Nobody's going to be happy about it. So I'm going to pivot. We're going to do something else. We're going to figure something else out, right? Because it happens. I prayed the PC, like Bloodborne is legitimately the best From Software game they came out with. And that's my opinion also because I love the setting, right? Like the biggest reason I like Bloodborne is the setting is probably the best written setting they've done. Even Elden Ring, I don't think was written as well as Bloodborne, personally. Elden Ring is super sick, but I like Bloodborne more because I'm a Cthulhu guy. I like cosmic horror. I like the idea of this great unknown entities doing space stuff. I always like that stuff. So for me, Bloodborne is a better game than Elden Ring, not because the gameplay is better, but because I like the setting more. I think the setting's better. And I would be more interested in exploring that setting than I would Elden Ring. Not because Elden Ring is bad, but just because it's my preference, right? And I think that's the problem with a lot of this stuff, is that there's a lot of people that want to be vocal on the internet, and there's a lot of echo chambers. There's a lot of streamers that, I swear to God, are only talking about this because because every single other person on this platform is saying this is bad. That's why I bring up Halo Campaign Evolved, because I'm going to be completely real. You've got these streamers who come out and they say all the same stuff to get the audience, which is, oh, Halo is bad. They don't know what they're doing. Now, do I think Halo Studios knows what they're doing? No, but did the campaign Evolve do decent? Yeah, it was a fun game because it's really hard to mess up Halo. It's really, really hard to mess up Halo, right? Like, it's really hard. And again, the people who are like, the prequel missions are the worst thing ever. Get a grip. Just don't play them. My God, get a grip. It's 3 missions at the beginning of the game that mean nothing. It's a fun little extra bit of Halo you get to play. Who cares? Even in the Master Chief Collection, they just resold you the games, right? And this one, they added more content, and you get to have different guns that you didn't get to play in Halo 1. Who cares, right? I'm sick of hearing everybody talk about how bad the game is when the game's not bad. It's just there's some writing that is just bleh. but it's not enough to kill the entire game. Like, get over yourselves, right? It's this whole economy of being outraged by things, and like, in all honesty, who cares? Oh man, this character did too much dialogue and it was a little jank. Okay, whatever. Didn't ruin the missions for me. Just was slightly annoying in between. Who gives a shit? Grow a spine. Get over it, right? If you don't want to play it, don't play it. Vote with your wallet. Don't vote with just being outraged about stuff, because the more you talk about Halo, the more advertising it's going to get. Me talking about Halo right now is advertising Halo campaign involved, even if I'm not getting paid to do it, because now we're talking about Halo. It's the stupidest shit ever, right? It's stupid. Like, I've heard more about Halo negatively, and that's actually what got me to play it, than anything else. It's the sheep having the wool pulled over our eyes. Freaking dumb. But that's what I mean. Go out, form your own opinions with a lot of this stuff. Don't just vote with me on what I'm doing, because what I like is what I like, right? I like Halo. If you don't like the new Halo missions, you're free to say that. You're free to disagree with me. But like, it's one of these things where I feel like that's one of the biggest problems with Warhammer too, is I find that I constantly hear things that are like, I'm upset about this because of this. And I'm like, yeah, because you got that opinion off the internet and it means nothing, right? It doesn't mean anything. You're just saying the same stuff that somebody else already repeated. We're literally down to the Goodwill Hunting scene where it's like, yeah, you got that from Mendelssohn's textbook, page 34. Yeah, I've seen that video too. I get what that guy was trying to say. I disagree with that. Where it's like, form your own opinion, Man, I just did a rant on that. That's crazy. That is not even what I meant to say. Basically, stop being afraid to bring out more lore, but also us on the other hand, if you don't like it, just be like, hey, it's not great. Whatever. They'll make new lore at some point. Anyways, I'm just going off a rant and rambling at this point in time. Who cares, right? Even what I say, who cares? Just opinions. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. Man, this is a long stream. We're about to do almost 4 hours. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys are having fun. And we'll pick up some more Rogue Trader up on Monday. But until then, we'll see you on the battlefield.